the school group to visit the Maryland Science Center. One lucky group will win the grand prize, a behind-the-scenes tour of M&T Bank Stadium with a special guest. To learn how your school can be part of Sacks for Science, visit BaltimoreRavens.com/Sacks4Science. We touched on this a little earlier, facing Joe Flacco. Last week, he relied heavily on his tight ends and his running backs. Rod, do you expect more of that? The reason I ask that, and watching Flacco warm up at 40 years old, he can still flat sling it and throw it with ease 60 yards downfield.
And listen, Joe Flacco, the Aaron Rodgers, they're going to get up when they're 60 and still sling it. He can just throw. He's naturally gifted like that. Now, can he run as much as he used to? No. So you have to get pressure on him. Do they go to 12 personnel? I think they do, because you always put your best 11 players on the field. So if it's 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, and 1 running back, that's what you do. If the third, now picking up Fannin, he's that guy that they really believe in. They think he can play inside, outside. He can go to fullback. He can block. He can catch. So for them, for talking about the Cleveland Browns, are they comfortable this year playing more 12 personnel than they did last year, 11 personnel? Absolutely, just for the fact they drafted a tight end and they believe in him.
And those numbers are reflected in what the Browns did last week. They used the 2 tight end look 50% of the time, which is more than they've used in the last 5 years. The other factor at play here is the head coach, Kevin Stefanski, has resumed being the play caller this year. So this is not the Browns offense we've seen the last couple of years.
And they don't have that go-to running back like they've had in the previous years, where they had Chubb and Hunt and their like. So having a kind of a running back by committee maybe also is making them say, hey, you know what? We're better off throwing the football down the field. We know our receiving core and the tight ends that we do put on the field, they can catch the football. We like our matchups against any other defense in the National Football League.
Straight ahead, we talk to Ravens head coach John Harbaugh on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Hey Baltimore, get ready for the Ravens season with Lido Pizza's football deal. Get a famously fresh, square 18-inch Lido pizza with 1 topping and 12 jumbo wings for only $39.99. Founded in Maryland in 1955, Lido Pizza is a proud partner of the Baltimore Ravens. Place your order online today at LidoPizza.com. That's LidoPizza.com. And remember, Lido Pizza never cuts corners.
Some things never go out of style, like trust, reliability, and driving a Toyota. Take the legendary Camry, defined by comfort and performance, with a smart and efficient Corolla built to move you forward with style. Need muscle? The powerful Tundra is ready for big jobs and even bigger adventures. And the bold Tacoma, built to take on trails, highways, and everything in between. Hurry in. Offers end September 30th. Toyota, let's go places.
This is how you get a premium cup of coffee. Better and faster than the drip, drip, drip method. And way better than a large urn of lukewarm coffee made who knows when. At Royal Farms, our Swiss-made coffee machines grind fresh, premium beans on the spot, and then brew them 1 cup at a time for the freshest, most flavorful cup of premium coffee you can buy. This is Royal Farms coffee. It's better because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
You're not just a homeowner, you're also a bum in the basement with a frightening number of legs owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Visit MidAtlanticComfort.com and bring home a new American Standard heating and cooling unit, rated the highest in customer satisfaction year after year. Built to a higher standard, American Standard Heating and Cooling, and MidAtlanticComfort.com. That's MidAtlanticComfort.com.
You track every touchdown. Now track the traffic lights. Red means stop every time. A reminder from transportation.baltimorecity.gov. We put safety first. Go Baltimore.
This is Countdown to Kickoff, presented by Toyota. RAV4 is the official SUV of the Baltimore Ravens. Time to hear from Ravens head coach John Harbaugh. Here is Jerry Sandusky on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Coach, it isn't often that you've had tremendous success with both quarterbacks in a game. Unique situation for you, preparing for a game where you've had 2 quarterbacks who you know extremely well. Probably the only time in your career you're going to have that. What does that feel like this week?
Well, I haven't really thought about in terms of, the history of it or anything like that, more about the football of it, and really more about Joe, more about how to defend him, what they're doing with him now, the things he's still doing well, and things that we need to attack as a defense. So it's just, we're trying to win the game, and he's the opponent, really, in this game today. Love him and care about him, but we're trying to beat him today.
And you'll do it in an atmosphere that is uniquely Baltimore. You celebrate the 50th anniversary of the 75 Colts, the 30-year anniversary of the history of the Ravens. The crowd shows up. There's always that new, fresh feeling of the home opener. What's it feel like for you? Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, this is what you do it for. This is why this is so just a great job. It's a great city. It's an amazing place to be. Our fans are incredible. I can't wait to see them out there, and I can't wait for our team to play. I'm really just locked in for the game. I want to go see our guys play good football. First division game of the year, we all understand the importance of that. This Browns defense, extremely aggressive. How do you approach a team that brings so much pressure defensively? Well, you got to blunt that part of it. You can't be missing on things. You got to hit them right in the face when they try to come at different spots, and you got to do a good job of being on point with all that. Then you got to attack it. You got to go at it. You got to pressure them and put them on their heels. They want to put you on your heels. Put them on their heels with your scheme, your different ways of attacking what they do. They start going one way and you start going the other way, and then you pick them off, and that's kind of part of our plan. Coach, good luck today against the Browns. Thanks, Jerry.
Coming up, we get you ready for kickoff of today's game. This is the Ravens Game Day Network.
Grit. That's what it takes to build a business. In Baltimore, Fulton Bank is helping small business owners just like you to gain access to the capital you need to grow. Check out our Empower Community Banking Program, which is designed to meet the unique needs of unique business owners like you. Visit fultonbank.com/empower to learn more. That's fultonbank.com/empower. Fulton Bank, member FDIC.
Wawa hoagies are a winning pick for game day. Every hoagie is built to order with the ingredients you crave. Choose your favorite, like a toasted cheesesteak, meatball, or Italian. There's a hoagie for every mood and every appetite. Order ahead for pickup or delivery on the Wawa app. Planning for the game? Wawa Catering has you covered. Make your game day a winner with Wawa hoagies, snacks, and drinks. Order ahead at wawacatering.com. Wawa is the official hoagie of the Baltimore Ravens.
Touchdowns! On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly. Hey Baltimore, get ready for the Raven season with Lido Pizza's football deal. Get a famously fresh, square 18-inch Lido pizza with one topping and 12 jumbo wings for only $39.99. Founded in Maryland in 1955, Lido Pizza is a proud partner of the Baltimore Ravens. Place your order online today at LidoPizza.com. That's LidoPizza.com. And remember, Lido Pizza never cuts corners.
The Maryland Mortgage Program is making home ownership affordable. We offer home loans with down payment assistance, student debt relief, and more. Visit mmp.maryland.gov to learn more.
It's time to get ready for kickoff on the Ravens Game Day Network.
It is the home opener in Baltimore, the first division game of the season for the Ravens. The celebration of Burt Jones and the 75 Colts, the celebration of the Ravens' 30-year anniversary, and the return of Joe Flacco to Baltimore. Ooh, there is a lot going on here in Week 2 of the NFL season. They introduced Burt Jones and the 75 Colts. They formed a gauntlet at the 20-yard line as the Ravens' starting defensive lineup is now introduced. Rod, that's a great emotional energy that's swirling around here today. It's critical the Ravens take full advantage of this atmosphere today.
You love the atmosphere, but you can't get emotionally hijacked during the game. You got to go out there with your level head. Whatever the play call is, go out there and just go play football and play together.
You nailed the keys to the game a week ago in Buffalo, so let's get Rod's keys to the game brought to you by Coppin State University.
All right, defense, no big plays given up this week. in the air or on the ground. Offensively, take advantage of the Browns, stacking the box, putting 8 in the box with the big plays in the passing game down the field. Lastly, defense need to create turnovers. No turnovers last week. When you are a great defense, you can get the ball and put it back in your offense hands on a short field.
So it really does revolve. I'm going to take it back to the basics. The more I hear you talk about this, the more is make plays on the ball, not just in the playbook.
Don't be scared to put your foot in the ground and go make a play. As a defender, your mindset has to be so aggressive. When the ball's in the air saying, it's not the receiver's ball anymore, it's my ball. And I get to run through the receiver if I have to go get the football as long as I can time it up the right way.
Sunny and warm. Game time temperatures will be in the mid-80s. It's about 81 degrees right now. It will eventually go to about 85 degrees. So it's going to get warmer as this game progresses. Both of these teams have had training camp. Everybody should be used to warm weather. But that said, Lamar Jackson talked about having cramps in the fourth quarter last week in Buffalo. So weather could be a factor today.
It could be. Let's maybe get some pickle juice down there. Drink some pickle juice. We got to do something. They do get a little winded because you don't play in the preseason anymore. So they're coming out here for the first time last week in a warm environment. It was at nighttime. Now you're getting hit with the sun this time in their first daytime game. So will they be a little exhausted? Will they get a little sweat? Yes. But the one thing that you can know, if you can just go out there and have fun, you got fans on the sideline. You got all these hydration drinks on the sideline anymore. But back in the day, we had none of that stuff. You go out there and you play. So this is what you signed up for. You signed up to make a lot of money and to go out there and play at your best when your best is required. And today, your best is required.
Countdown to Kickoff is presented by Toyota. RAV4 is the official SUV of the Baltimore Ravens. Kickoff is next on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
We put our lives on the line for our country. We braved the unknown. We did what we were told. And we lit up. Our cigarette packs were as valuable as the packs on our back. Maybe more. At one point, cigarettes were part of our daily ration. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. And boy, we were smoking 'em. Bumming a smoke was the norm. It was an escape from the reality of dirt, sweat, and forgetting how many days you were so far from home. Never had to worry so long as you had a light, and the smoking lamp was lit. If that was you then, get your lungs screened now. Surviving lung cancer starts with a scan. Learn more at screenyourlungs.org. And thank you for your service. This PSA was made possible by industry funding and guidance from lung cancer patient groups.
Transitioning from being a Marine to a civilian was very hard. I lost my purpose. I lost the drive that I had. That is a very dark and lonely place to be. It took me surrendering to myself to get the help that I needed. At my very first Wounded Warrior Project event, I met Ray Pizarro. He told me you need to have the courage to forgive yourself for the things you've done in the past. I got it tattooed on my hand. One night, my depression kept telling me, you can end this. And just before I was about to pull the trigger, I looked down at my hand, and that's what saved my life that night. That was the beginning of my incredible journey with the Wounded Warrior Project.
See how we help warriors combat stigma at woundedwarriorproject.org/combat stigma.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is often laced into illicit drugs and used to make fake versions of prescription pills. You can't see it, taste it, or smell it. Suppliers mix fentanyl into their products because it's potent and cheap, and the dealer might not even know. Keep yourself and others safe by knowing the real deal on fentanyl. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
The sun is out. The fans have arrived. It's time for the home opener as the Ravens get set to take on the Cleveland Browns. Jerry Sandusky and Hall of Famer Rod Woodson with you as the Ravens captains, led by Ronnie Stanley, make their way out to the midfield logo to greet the Browns captains. Jake Hummel and Zaire Mitchell-Payton are the other captains for today's game. Our referee today is Brad Allen, who will conduct the coin toss. It'll be his voice you hear on the mic, so let's head down to the field.
Welcome to regular season week 2. For today's coin, we have heads and tails. I need your option, heads or tails? The call is tails. And it is heads. You've won the toss. You went to defer. I assume you take the football. Which direction will you kick? All right. Cleveland will receive. Good luck, gentlemen.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington, ESPN 630, the sports capital. Your home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, and UVA Sports.
Ravens will be wearing their black helmets, purple jerseys with white numbers, white pants with black and purple striping. The Browns in their orange helmets, white jerseys with brown numbers, orange pants with brown and white striping. There's not even a rumor of a cloud in the sky above us. A beautiful blue sky. The sun is out. Temperatures in the 80s. It is a sun-kissed afternoon in Baltimore as the Ravens prepare for their first division game of the season. Both the Ravens and the Browns coming in today at 0-1, looking to turn things around. The cheers you hear are for Ozzie Newsome, who is the legend of the game, and he is escorted onto the field by his first 2 draft picks, Hall of Famers Jonathan Ogden and Ray Lewis, each holding a Vince Lombardi Super Bowl trophy.
Isn't it crazy? His first draft, you get your first 2 picks are 2 Hall of Famers.
I asked Ozzie once, after you make that first 2 picks and you pick Hall of Famers, did you think of yourself as a genius? He said, no, if I'd have been a genius, I would not have selected Deron Jenkins with my 3rd pick. Always the humble one, the great Ozzie Newsome. And we are ready to play some football as Tyler Loop approaches the ball, and we're underway. Loop bounces the ball down at the 20-yard line. It'll be picked up at the 10 by DeAndre Carter, and he is leveled at the 20-yard line. Great coverage by the Ravens defense as we set the Ravens special teams as we set the starting defense for you. Up front for the Ravens, Nnamdi Madubuike, Travis Jones, and Broderick Washington. On the edge, Adafe Owe and Kyle Van Noy. Inside linebackers will be Roquan Smith and Trenton Simpson. At the corners, Nate Wiggins and Marlon Humphrey. And the safeties will be Kyle Hamilton and the rookie Malachi Starks. Joe Flacco brings the Browns to the ball. We'll spot the ball at the 22-yard line of Cleveland. The Browns working from our left to right. And Flacco will start in the shotgun, flanked either side by backs. He brings his receiver Tillman in motion to the near side. Flacco looking to throw on first down, slings it complete out across the 25 to his tight end Njoku, and he drags the tackler out to the 28-yard line for a first down pickup of 6.
Yeah, Joe Flacco in this offense really believes in the tight ends that they have. Njoku, we know that he has been one of the better tight ends in the National Football League. But if you're a corner, you're going to set on those tight ends saying they can't outrun me. They got to show me that they can beat me deep before I give them that much respect.
Rookie Quinshawn Judkins is alone in the backfield as Flacco on 2nd and 4. Takes the snap of the shotgun, slings it over the middle, complete to Harold Fannin, the rookie tight end. He's out to the 39, drags a tackler to the 40, and Joe Flacco moves the chains on the second play of the game. First down, Cleveland.
Yes, I mean, throwing the football, this is what they did last week. They threw quite a bit. Joe Flacco believes in his arm. They believe in Joe Flacco. But Malachi Starks, he was the guy coming down into coverage. He has to make sure that he sets on top of the number 2 receiver and not get too wide.
Flacco dips in under center. First and 10 Cleveland. Ball at the Browns' 40-yard line. Three receivers bunch to the right. Flacco hands it off to Jeff. Gets hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss back to the 38-yard line. Roquan Smith making the penetration, and Cleveland will face a 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, Agent Zero just did a great job of shooting the gap, not letting the blockers get to him. They ran a counter to the left side of the defense, and Rowe just did a great job of cutting through the two blockers and making that tackle in the backfield.
2nd down and 12. Ball at the Browns' 38-yard line. Opening drive. Joe Flacco from under center. Dylan Sampson in the backfield. Off the play fake. Flacco throws the screen to Sampson. He is hit immediately and dropped by Kyle Van Noy back at the 35-yard line.
That is a great
check that
job.
Kyle Hamilton.
That is a great job by Kyle Hamilton. He's seen the screen because he was coming down with depth. And he just outran all the blockers coming out to him and had a great tackle in space. That's one thing he does well.
So now the defense has the Browns offense in reverse and a chance to end the Cleveland drive here on 3rd and 15. Flacco on the gun. Jerome Ford in the backfield. Ravens rush 4, but a flag thrown prior to the snap.
False start.
Prior to the snap. False start. Offense number 79. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So now you absolutely have to get Cleveland's offense off the field because it's 3rd and 20.
So you got to get the rush. You can't let Joe sit back there because he can still throw the football. Play a nice zone. Keep everything in front of you.
TJ Tampa checks in as the 5th defensive back. Flacco in the shotgun takes the snap. Ravens rush 4. Flacco swings it to the backfield. That's Ford. He's at the 35, 40, and hit from behind and taken down by Kyle Van Noy at the 42-yard line. And a punt team comes on for the Browns as the Ravens defense gets the job done.
They did a great job of rallying into the football. Roquan Smith has to make sure he keeps his inside-out leverage on the ball, making that ball go to the sideline.
Now LeJonte Wester, 6th-round draft pick. The rookie will stand back inside the 10-yard line, awaiting the punt from Corey Bojorquez, the left-footed punter of the Cleveland Browns. Bojorquez gets off a high spiral. This one hangs in the sunny sky. Wester fields it with a fair catch at the 12-yard line. And the Ravens offense goes to work when we get back. Opening quarter, 11:28 to play. Scoreless on the Ravens Game Day Network.
And now, more fantasy football tips from the Maryland Lottery. Making roster moves is tougher when you're traveling. Remember to keep your devices fully charged and check in with your commissioner every hour. Straight to voicemail again? Oh well, time to Audible. When you play Raven Scratch-Offs, you'll get a chance to win cash instantly or enter the second chance drawing to win more great prizes, like a trip for 2 to an away game in Cincinnati. When fantasy gets too real, change your game to Raven Scratch-Offs. Please play responsibly.
Popsicles, sprinklers, a cool breeze. Talk about refreshing. You know what else is refreshing this summer? A brand new phone with Verizon. Yep, get a new phone on any plan with Select Phone Trade-In and My Plan. And lock down a low price for 3 years on any plan with My Plan. This is a deal for everyone, whether you're a new or existing customer. Swing by Verizon today for our best phone deals. 3-year price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate only. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Hey, Ravens flock, we've got a deal that will make you flock to your nearest McDonald's. If our opponent misses a field goal during any home or away game, then you get a free piece Chicken McNuggets with minimum $1 purchase the next day on the McDonald's app. And if our opponent misses 2 field goals, you'll be upgraded to a free 10-piece. What's good for the Ravens is good for the flock. Download the McDonald's app to redeem this deal. And that's not all. Earn free food when you order through the app. Offer valid at participating McDonald's. Valid 1 time per day. Visit McDonald's app for details.
Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek.
First quarter, brought to you by the Maryland Problem Gambling Helpline.
Ravens take possession at their 11-yard line as we set this starting offense. Up front on the line, left tackle Ronnie Stanley, left guard Andrew Voorhees. Center is the Pro Bowler Tyler Linderbaum. Right guard is Daniel Fa'alele. Right tackle will be Roger Rosengarten. Tight end is Mark Andrews. And in the backfield with Lamar Jackson, it'll be Derrick Henry. And wide receivers, Tez Walker will get the start with Tylan Wallace and Zay Flowers. On 1st and 10, Lamar out of the shotgun. Sends Flowers in motion. Now he goes orbit and reverses fields. Give us to Henry up the middle, and Derrick Henry is taken down by Myles Garrett after a gain of only 1.
And I like the idea. You motion Zay, you bring him back across. You run a quick trap inside. But that's what they're going to. They stack the box. You had 8 in the box. They're going to play man-to-man on the outside. The receivers and tight ends are going to have to win on those man-to-man issues.
Some wholesale changes on the offense as Justice Hill comes in along with Rashad Bateman and DeAndre Hopkins. Lamar in the shotgun, Hill to his right. Mark Andrews set to the right side of the line. Brown to the 4-man defensive front, 1 high safety. Lamar, inside handoff, Justice Hill running between the hash marks will only get out to the 14-yard line, and the Ravens will face a 3rd down and about 7. So exactly what we expected from the Cleveland defense. 8 in the box, 1 high safety, and an aggressive front by this Jim Schwartz coordinated Browns defense.
Yeah, and what we mean by the box is that anything 5 yards and inside, 5 yards away from the line of scrimmage is the box. Anything outside to the tight ends, to the tackles, that's where the box is at. If you count 8 in those, then you know they're playing some type of man-to-man.
On 3rd down and 7, Lamar in the gun, bunches 3 receivers to the right. Has Justice Hill in the backfield with him to his right. Mark Andrews set to the left side of the line. Jackson pulls down the snap. Throws complete to the 20-yard line. Tylan Wallace has a 1st down out to the 24-yard line as he got past Grant Delpit. Delpit was very much in the news this week because he was asked, how hard is it to tackle Derrick Henry? And he replied, not hard.
Yeah, he made 1 hit last year where Derrick Henry was planting his foot. He got undercut on one side. Delpit hit him on the other side. Henry did go down, but that's not the norm.
Derrick Henry's response was, we'll see on Sunday. Zay Flowers goes in motion on 1st down. Lamar Jackson will throw to Flowers out of the numbers, and he weaves his way across the 25 out to the 30 as Zay Flowers picks up 7 yards on 1st down, and the Ravens offense getting a little bit of traction here in the early going.
And I like what I'm seeing from the offense so far. A lot of motions, a lot of stacks, a lot of bunches, quick screens. Make them communicate with each other and make them tackle your best players in space.
It's exactly what Rod was talking about in the pregame show, the way you attack this extremely aggressive Browns defense. 4-man front, 1 deep safety at 8 in the box on every play. Zay Flowers sets tight to the right. Now he comes in motion to the left. Lamar, 5 yards deep, takes the snap, hands it to Derrick Henry. Forget about it. He has nowhere to go. He is swallowed up for a loss of 3.
I mean, the penetration just came right up the gut, did not allow any movement from the offensive line. You got to disrupt that if you want to have success in running the football against this Cleveland Brown defense.
Mason Graham, the first-round draft pick of the Browns, came hard on the inside shoulder of right tackle Roger Rosengarten, and Rosengarten's going to have to get way more contact to avoid those kind of negative plays. Now it is 3rd down for the Ravens, 3rd and 7. They'll spread 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Lamar in the shotgun has Justice Hill in the backfield. Browns bring blitz pressure. Lamar lost it near side, looking for Flowers, but he overthrows him at the 50-yard line. Zay Flowers got behind the coverage, but it looked, Rod, like he turned back for the ball too soon.
It looked like he couldn't see it exactly where the ball was going to land. He slowed down just a little bit.
And Lamar had a lot of air under the ball. If Zay Flowers had just run underneath it instead of looking so early, they would have had a big play. Instead, it's time for the punt team as Jordan Stout will come on for his first punt of the afternoon. Isaiah Bond is deep for the Browns. Stout, it's a low end over end that will bounce at the 30, take a Ravens bounce inside the 20, and be marked out of bounds at the 18-yard line of Cleveland. So Jordan Stout gets the job done. It's back to the Ravens defense when we get back. 7:43 to play. First quarter in Baltimore. Scoreless on the Ravens game, Dennis.
Rising Sun, Maryland. Get ready for mayhem. Hot Rod Drag Week 2025, presented by Gear Vendors Overdrive. Powers into the Cecil County Dragway on Thursday, September 18th. It's full throttle racing as competitors push their builds to the limit. Watch it all live or grab your tickets on site to feel the fury up close. Details at hotrod.com/events. Hot Rod Drag Week, where legends are made.
The workday begins the moment you put on your boots. At Boot Barn Work, we know you need work gear that holds strong until you kick them off at the end of the day. No matter the job, Ariat Work Gear performs week after week, year after year, with fit, mobility, and safety features built for the jobs that keep our nation moving. Ariat provides non-stop performance day in and day out. Ariat at Boot Barn Work.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Times of transition, whether from a sad event or a joyful one, can leave us feeling adrift. Social connections become even more important. Being isolated and lonely can be harmful to your health. It can lead to high blood pressure, a greater risk of heart disease, and early onset dementia. So it's important to build and maintain connections to people whose relationships bring meaning to your life. Try a new hobby, volunteer, exercise, or use your phone or other device to stay in touch. These can be great ways to keep up your social connections and your physical and mental well-being. Visit connecttoeffect.org to see if you're at risk of social isolation and find ways to stay connected. Presented by AARP Foundation with support from United Healthcare.
Scoreless, the Browns will have the ball for a second time, and they'll start the drive at the Cleveland 15, working from our left to right with Joe Flacco at the helm.
Got to give Joe Flacco some love. He had 27 yards in passing, went over 46,000 yards in his career.
Hands it off to the rookie Judkins, running off of right guard and tackle, and he'll squeeze about 3 yards before Teddy Buchanan can make the stop. So rookie on rookie.
Yeah, you love Teddy Buchanan coming in, making the plays that he has. Just a pure football player. But again, I'm going to give Joe Flacco some love. He's the 18th quarterback in the NFL history to throw for over 46,000 yards.
That is an accomplished man. First quarter of today's broadcast brought to you by the Maryland Problem Gambling Helpline. Second down and 7 for the Browns from the Cleveland 18. Flacco operating under center. Off the play fake, has time, slings it near sideline, and it sails high, incomplete into the Ravens bench area. Good coverage on the play. Cleveland now facing a third down and 7. Quick injury update. Rasheen Ali is being evaluated for a possible concussion. He got hit hard on the opening kickoff, so he is the Ravens' primary return man in the kicking game, and Keaton Mitchell is inactive today. That injury report brought to you by the Baltimore Banner. Third down and 7. Cleveland with the ball, right hash mark, and the Browns 18. Flacco has Jerome Ford with him in the backfield. Ravens bunch 6 along the defensive front. They'll bring 4. Flacco throws. It is complete and dropped. Shy of the first down anyway. Cedric Tillman was the target. He was hit hard as the ball arrived. Hits the turf. Marlon Humphrey applying the hit, and the punt team comes on for Cleveland.
It's a great job by Humphreys coming in with his left hand, slapping the ball down, getting the ball out of Tillman's hand. And that's what they need. They need that type of team effort. Everybody flying to the football when the ball's in the air and making plays on the ball.
So LeJonte Wester, his feet at the 30-yard line, awaiting the punt from Corey Bohorquez. Bohorquez hung a moonshot with his first punt. This time it's a low wobbler. It'll bounce at the 40, bounce at the 30. Wester takes it off with 2 hops, comes to his left, goes to the 35, 40, 45, midfield. Wester, tripped up from behind just as he was ready to hit 4th gear. LaJohntay Wester giving the crowd a tantalizing sneak preview of his big playability.
Oh, I tell you what, he saw that lane. He has really good vision.
Ravens will have great field position when we get back. 6:45 to play. First quarter. Scoreless on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Some things never go out of style, like trust, reliability, and driving a Toyota. Take the legendary Camry, defined by comfort and performance, or the smart and efficient Corolla, built to move you forward with style. Need muscle? The powerful Tundra is ready for big jobs and even bigger adventures. And the bold Tacoma, built to take on trails, highways, and everything in between. Hurry in. Offers end September 30th. Toyota, let's go places.
This Ravens season, get in the game at Safeway and enter their Flock In and Win sweepstakes for your chance to win Ravens tickets, autographed jerseys, helmets, or more. Download the Safeway app or visit Safeway.com/flockinandwin for more details. Safeway makes sure Ravens fans have all their game day needs to tailgate or host like a pro. Pick up the football items of the week, Edie's Ice Cream, 2 for $6, or Nestle Ice Cream Drumsticks for just $5.99. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens.
First quarter of this afternoon's broadcast brought to you by the Maryland Problem Gaming Helpline. We are scoreless. 6:45 to play in the opening frame. Now the Ravens will start this drive with great field position right at the midfield stripe. Football's a game of possession and position. Let's see if the Ravens can cash in on the position. Lamar Jackson with Derrick Henry in the backfield. Jackson in the gun will take the snap on first down. Wants to throw, slings it complete to Bateman at the 45-yard line of the Browns. Works his way down to the Cleveland 39. And that's good for 11 yards and a Ravens first down right out of the gate.
Yeah, a really good route by Bateman. Run a curl route outside. Made Denzel Ward one of the best cover guys in the National Football League miss in space. And these are the type of plays you need to have against a defense that's that aggressive in the interior, stopping the run.
Carson Schlesinger, second-round pick out of UCLA on that stop, but not before the Ravens moved the chains. Ravens put double tight ends to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Lamar in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Takes the snap, looking to throw again. Pumps once, now he lost it. He's got Zay Flowers open, but he misses him on the sideline. They got tangled up again. Flowers was looking over his inside shoulder. Lamar threw it to his outside shoulder.
Yeah, so it makes it kind of, was he trying to run a 7 route going to the sideline, or was that supposed to be a go and him throwing to the upfield shoulder? So it's a little, looked like he was running a fade. So he running that slot fade. So he should have threw that to the upfield shoulder to give him opportunity, not the back shoulder. If it's going to be a back shoulder, it should be a little bit lower, a little bit tighter throw to Zay.
So 2 almost for Zay Flowers so far. Ravens will go 3 receivers to the left. Lamar with Henry in the backfield, stands in the shotgun, has Mark Andrews set tight to the right side of the line. Takes the snap on 2nd down and 10. Pocket collapsing, throws complete. Zay Flowers at the 40. Cuts back to the 35-30. And Zay Flowers is going to be awfully close, just about a half a yard shy of a first down, as he makes his first grab of the afternoon and a nice run after catch.
Yeah, running these shallow crosses, that's what you do against man. You run shallow crosses, making the cornerback chase you all the way across the field, and then you get your playmakers the ball where they can put their foot in the ground and get vertical to make plays for you.
So it'll be a 3rd down and less than 1. Lamar in the shotgun now. Mark Andrews comes in under center for the tush push, and he pushes the pile forward and picks up the 1st down. There's no reason to risk Lamar in that morass of humanity. So you get Mark Andrews under center, and the pile moves forward, and the drive moves forward. 1st and 10 Ravens. Ball is at the Browns' 28-yard line with 4:52 left to play in the opening quarter.
Yeah, when you have a penetrating defensive front like you have with the Browns, running counters and misdirections can really go to your advantage because they're going to be so aggressive getting the ball or getting up the field.
Lamar from under center on 1st down. He'll give it to Derrick Henry, but again, Henry with nowhere to go is going to lose about 2 yards back to the 30-yard line. He was testing the left side of the Browns defense, and the Ravens did not stand up to that test.
I mean, it's hard to run straight dives in outside zones, inside zones versus a penetrating defensive front. Running counters, getting them up the field, and then kicking them out one way or the other, you're going to find some running lanes.
So far, Derrick Henry, 3 carries for -5 yards. On 2nd down and 12, Lamar from under center. Henry the lone back. Long play count. Here's the play fake. Lamar throws over the middle. Bateman reaches out and makes the grab for a short gain to the 25-yard line. It'll set up a 3rd down and 6. Devin Bush making the tackle immediately for the Browns. Derrick Henry will check out. Justice Hill comes in. Charlie Kohler comes out. Mark Andrews comes in.
The shallow crossing routes have been very effective so far against this Cleveland Brown defense.
3rd down for the Ravens. Lamar will spread it out. 2 receivers wide to the left. Zay Flowers tight to the right side of the line, along with Mark Andrews. Lamar stands in the shotgun, takes the snap. Browns bring blitz pressure. Quick toss, way off the mark at the 17-yard line. Lamar was looking for Bateman, but again, Lamar not on the same page with his receiver as Bateman was looking in, Lamar throwing it out. And the kicking team will come on as the rookie Tyler Loop will come on to attempt a 43-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah, they got to make sure that they get to the sideline, talking about Lamar and the receiving corps, making sure they're on the same page of what type of routes they're going to be running.
Nick Moore will have the snap. Jordan Stout the hold. Tyler Loop, 43-yard field goal try. Kick on the way. And it is good. Tyler Loop from 43 gets the Ravens on the board. And it is the Ravens 3, the Browns nothing with 3:06 to play. 1st quarter on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Okay, huddle up. We've got the chance to make our homeownership dreams come true with MarylandHomeownership.com. Downfield, webinars happen monthly with local experts. Lynn, grab buyer toolkits.
Got it.
And Pete, eyes on down payment assistance and financial education.
Yep.
Let's get started on this pathway to homeownership. Yeah. This is our moment. We've got the resources with MarylandHomeownership.com. Homeowner on 3. 1, 2, 3. Homeowner.
Yeah. Buy a home with confidence. Get in the game with MarylandHomeownership.com, the playbook that takes you home.
At DraftKings, we're all about responsible gaming. Sometimes you got to know when to hold up. There are no locks or sure things, so know when to fold up. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
Hey, Baltimore, get ready for the Ravens season with Lido Pizza's football deal. Get a famously fresh, square 18-inch Lido pizza with 1 topping and 12 jumbo wings for only $39.99. Founded in Maryland in 1955, Lido Pizza is a proud partner of the Baltimore Ravens. Place your order online today at LidoPizza.com. That's LidoPizza.com. And remember, Lido Pizza never cuts corners.
It's finally football season, Ravens fans, and that means it's all pest season, too. Do me a favor. Connect with the official pest control sponsor of the Baltimore Ravens, PMSI, for all your pest control needs. PMSI's tenured technicians are trained at removing and preventing all pests, including termites, bed bugs, mice, mosquitoes, wildlife, and more. Visit mypmsi.com or call 410-496-4154 to intercept those pests. PMSI, the official pest control partner of the Baltimore Ravens.
First quarter, brought to you by the Maryland Problem Gambling Helpline.
3-0 Ravens in front. 3:06 to play in the opening quarter. Just a reminder that when the opponent misses a field goal, you get a free 6-piece McNuggets on the McDonald's app the next day. If an opponent misses another field goal, you're upgraded to a free 10-piece. Our only points of this game, the rookie Tyler Loop connecting from 43 yards. And now Jerome Ford will be deep for the Browns. The Browns have temporarily, at least, lost their kick returner in concussion protocol. And that's going to be a penalty flag as Loop's kick hits shy of the landing zone. It hit at the 22-yard line.
Short free kick by the kicking team. Ball's placed in the 40-yard line. It's first down.
And as you heard from our referee, Brad Allen, that penalty gives the Browns the ball at the 40-yard line. So let me reframe these rules for you. In the last 2 years, the kickoff, the kick itself has to carry to at least the 20-yard line. Tyler Loop hit a knuckler trying to bounce it a couple of times inside the 20, but that first bounce hit at the 22. That's a penalty, and that penalty, illegal procedure on the kickoff, gives the opponent the ball at the 40-yard line. So the Browns with their best starting field position, with their third possession and the opening frame. Joe Flacco will step back into the shotgun. He has the rookie Quinshawn Judkins in the backfield. Flacco to throw on first down. Has plenty of time. Swings it to Judkins, who is buried for a loss by Roquan Smith back at the 35-yard line.
I mean, Roquan Smith went right out there. I didn't think Joe Flacco was going to throw it because Rowe was right about 2 yards away from the running back, and Joe threw it anyway. That might be the easiest tackle for Roquan Smith in the last 5 years.
And welcome to the NFL, rookie Quinshawn Judkins, who did not practice at all of training camp, only started to practice this week, and the Browns are giving him a lot of work. Jerome Ford now in the backfield. Flacco will throw on 2nd and 14. Under pressure, slings it near sideline, dropped. And just as well, Isaiah Bond, a rookie out of Texas, was going to take a big hit from Chido Awuzie. Instead, it's going to be 3rd down and 14 for Cleveland from the Browns' 36.
Yeah, I thought Nate Wiggins was going to intercept that because I thought he was going to put his foot in the ground and just go and dive after that football because he had a great opportunity.
Cleveland will spread it out. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Flacco in the gun. Ravens with 2 deep safeties, 4-man defensive front. No blitz coming as Flacco drops to throw. Looking near sideline, and he'll chuck that one incomplete into the Ravens bench area. And the punt team comes on as the Ravens defense continues to have a strong opening quarter.
Now, they are playing well. I mean, Joe Flacco tried to hit that 7-cut one more time. He tried to do it the second series, and that time he tried to do it again. But there's 3 defenders back there. Marlon Humphreys and Wiggins are both back on the back end, closing on that ball.
DeJounte Wester is deep. He had a 23-yard punt return the last time Corey Bohorquez hit a ball his way. This time the ball will sail out of bounds on the hop. And let's see where they mark this one down. They'll spot it at the Ravens' 21-yard line. That's where Lamar Jackson and the offense go to work when we come back. 2:10 to play. First quarter in Baltimore. It's the Ravens 3, the Browns nothing on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Football season is here. Oh, man. Believe has the podcast to enhance your football experience. From the pros.
One of the most interesting quarterback rooms.
To college.
Michigan is set at 8.5 wins.
To fantasy.
If you feel that way, why didn't you trade him?
Become a better fan and listen to the football podcasts from Believe.
Just search Believe. That's BLEAV podcast.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Sprinkler Fitters Local Union 669 needs career-minded individuals with experience in the fire protection industry immediately. Start making more money than you are right now with a pension, health care, and more. Apprentices can start making money right now, too, while you earn to learn a career in the fire protection industry. With no student loans to pay off, go to sprinklerfitters669.org. Fire protection saves lives, protects homes, schools, and workplaces. For a fulfilling and rewarding career saving lives in fire protection, go to sprinklerfitters669.org today.
Cancer affects all of us. Today alone, 5,370 people in the United States will be diagnosed with cancer. That's why Stand Up to Cancer funds and develops the newest and most promising cancer treatments to help patients today. Stand Up to Cancer wants to provide you with every opportunity to join in this mission. By donating your home, land, or commercial property, you can help Stand Up to Cancer fund innovative cancer research. Donating eases the stress associated with selling a home and can also help lead to the next breakthrough in cancer prevention, diagnosis, and treatment. Stand Up to Cancer makes the process easy, and it may be tax deductible. It will take all of us standing up together to put an end to cancer as we know it. Help us save lives right now. Your home or property could hold the key to the next breakthrough in cancer research. Visit standuptocancer.org/giveproperty to learn more.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
10 yards to start the drive.
Yeah, I mean, he was looking to the left the whole way. He has to know where Myles Garrett is going to be because he's been getting pressure on him throughout the last several years. Good coverage on the back end by the Browns. Lamar has to make sure he can get out of the pocket and make some plays for him.
It is 2nd down and 20. 3 receivers to the right. Wallace to the left. Inside handoff, forget about it. Justice Hill got just drilled by Myles Garrett. No gain on the play. It is 3rd and 20.
And if you're going to run play action pass versus this style of defense, you're better being under center so you can run true runs and play action passes to make that defense feel the pain or feel at least the threat of a true run. Maybe counter coming off of that and throwing down the field.
Lamar will send 4 receivers bunched to the right inside the numbers. Justice Hill will join Lamar in the backfield. Now Tyler Wallace comes in motion and sets to the left, and the Browns jump the snap count as Myles Garrett was roaring up the middle. We'll see if he was drawn off or not.
No, that's completely on Myles Garrett.
Encroachment. Defense, number 95. 5-yard penalty.
Myles Garrett has already been in on a sack. He's had a couple of great plays against the run, and he was salivating. He saw a gap. He wanted to take it, but he didn't wait for the ball to get snapped. So the Ravens get a 3rd and 15, a slightly more favorable set of conditions. And Lamar will empty the backfield. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Now they'll shift, bunching 3 receivers tight to the line to the right. Justice Hill comes to the backfield. Lamar in the shotgun. 4-man front. No blitz coming from the Browns. Screen pass goes to Justice Hill near side, across the 20. That'll get out to the 24-yard line. Not even close to the first down. And the punt team will come on.
And the one way to slow down a pass rush is with the run game, but also with screens, quick passes, to get the ball out of your hands, to make them slow down and put their foot in the ground and try to get away from the quarterback.
And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Ravens 3, the Browns nothing on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
Planning a move? Von Paris Moving and Storage will handle all the details. Whether your move is within the state of Maryland, across the country, or overseas, Von Paris can customize their services to meet your needs and budget. Their relocation experts will provide a free, no-obligation estimate and answer any questions or concerns about your upcoming household or office moving requirements. Call Von Paris Moving and Storage today at 410-888-8500 or visit VonParis.com. Von Paris, always going the extra mile since 1892. Proud to be the official mover of the Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek.
For 20 years, the Ravens have chosen MedStar Health as their medical team, trusting us to provide winning care on and off the field. We're proud to be the team behind your team for every training camp, every game, and every playoff run, every time. So why do the Ravens and the flock trust MedStar Health? Because after 20 years together, there's nothing we can't tackle. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
Start of the second quarter here in Baltimore with the Ravens in front 3-0, but the offense unable to convert on third down, so the Ravens will punt the ball. And Cleveland will take possession. Now, the Browns and the Ravens have both lost their primary returners to concussions in this game. That's DeAndre Carter for the Browns, Rasheen Ali for the Ravens. So it will be rookie receiver Isaiah Bond deep for Cleveland at the 20-yard line, awaiting the punt from Jordan Stout. And Stout hits an end-over-end punt that Bond will settle under at the 28-yard line, loses his footing, makes the catch, but is tapped down immediately by Keon Martin, and the Browns, led by Joe Flacco, come out on the field to start the second quarter. It was a defense-dominated first quarter. The Ravens limited to 37 yards total offense. The Browns mustering only 25 yards total offense. I mean, that's not even a good drive. We're talking numbers for the quarter. So defense has started to set the tone for the day. We'll see if either offense can turn that around here in the second quarter.
And if the offense is struggling, moving the ball down the field, the defense needs to get a turnover and give them a short field.
Flacco from the shotgun, hands off to Judkins. The rookie tries to get around the edge, and he gets past Marlon Humphrey and picks up about 7 yards to the 35-yard line. Ravens did not complete the edge as Judkins was starting to run off tackle, then bounced it to the outside and got around Marlon Humphrey before Humphrey could finally make the tackle. Quinshawn Judkins, the second-round pick of the Cleveland Browns out of Ohio State. Flacco from under center on second down and 3. He'll give it to Judkins. Judkins sidesteps one tackler and gets close to a first down, but just shy. At the 37-yard line, John Jenkins makes the stop. It'll be third down and 1 for Cleveland.
And that's like the type of counters that I'm asking the Ravens offense to run, and getting the quarterback, getting Lamar under center, where you can have true play-action passes.
Number 74.
Browns are looking for their first third down conversion of the afternoon. They're 0 for 3 in the first quarter.
And 98.
Defense is playing well so far.
Flacco under center. He'll hand it off, sweeping to the near side. Judkins gets around the edge, picks up the first down before he is taken to the turf at the 42-yard line of the Browns. So Cleveland moves the chains, converting on third down for the first time this afternoon, and now the Browns will have the ball 1st and 10. They'll spot the ball at the Cleveland 43-yard line. Interesting formation by the Browns. They had both running backs about 2 yards deep, very shallow, and then they handed it to Judkins, sweeping to the near side.
Yeah, that's like that wishbone type of look.
Now Flacco steps back into the shotgun on first down. Again, he'll hand it off this time to Sampson. Sampson working off left guard and tackle. We'll get out to the 45-yard line. He'll pick up about 2 on the play. Rod, you're a boxing fan. I know you follow boxing. This game feels like a boxing match between two fighters who are just jabbing, trying to feel each other out.
They're trying to figure out, how do I want to attack my opponent? So it's been slow to this point. But at some point, you have to have that aggressive mindset and go out there and take the fight to your opponent.
Flacco on 2nd down and 8. Ball is at the Cleveland 45. Ravens bring blitz pressure up the middle. Flacco under pressure, throws it incomplete as Roquan Smith was knocking Flacco to the turf. He had to get rid of the ball, and it fell a good 3 yards shy of his target, which was Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, Roquan Smith comes on a blitz, runs right through Sampson, and he did a really good job of just barreling down to Joe Flacco, not letting Joe Flacco step through his throw.
And that's one of those situations where defensive coordinator Zach Orr has to see it. He saw clearly that time. When the Browns are in a passing situation and have one of the rookie running backs, that is a great opportunity to blitz because they are not remotely seasoned enough to pick up the likes of Roquan Smith. Flacco on 3rd down, wants to throw. More blitz pressure coming. Flacco hit and has to throw it again. Incomplete. As he was getting ready to be dropped to the turf by Nnamdi Madubuike. So Zach Orr dials up the pressure. And the Ravens force the punt team on for Cleveland.
Oh, they just did a really good job running a stunt on the left side of the defensive front. Kyle Van Noy comes behind Madubuike, and then Madubuike opens up the rush lane to Joe Flacco, and Joe Flacco cannot get outside the pocket.
So Corey Bohorquez will punt to LeJontay Wester. It is blocked and picked up at the 30-yard line. The Ravens recover it. Jake Hummel blocked the punt.
That is a great block.
And then coming up with the recovery, Sanusi Kane, who is down at the Browns' 23-yard line. And just like that, the special teams has the Ravens knocking at the door.
They ran like a cross dog in the middle, and Hummel comes in and does a great job by laying out and getting his right hand on the ball. Matter of fact, he just runs over the up guy.
Hummel was brought in as a free agent for that very reason. He is the special teams ace, brought in as a free agent. And the punter for Cleveland, Corey Bohorquez, is limping into the injury tent on the Cleveland sideline. They'll mark the ball at the Browns' 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson starts the drive in the shotgun. Derrick Henry behind him in the backfield. Give us to Henry, right side, breaks through the line, powers his way down to the 15-yard line. Ball came loose at the end. The officials converge on the pile. No signal yet. The Ravens recover.
The Ravens got it. That ball did come out.
A 9-yard gain with a skipped heartbeat at the end.
Yeah, Mitchell punched the ball out right before Derrick Henry went to the ground. Derrick just has to make sure he takes care of the football when he's in the pile.
Second down and 1. Again, the pistol formation. Lamar 5 yards deep. Derrick Henry 2 yards behind Lamar. 6-man front for the Browns. Jackson play action, rolls to the right, lobs to the end zone. He's got a man. He's got a touchdown. Tylan Wallace. Perfect execution, a touch pass, and Tylan Wallace comes down with the catch and his first touchdown of 2025.
Great play call by Todd Monken. Misdirection. When you play against an aggressive defense, show them one thing and do another. Guys can come open, and Lamar Jackson will definitely find the open receiver.
And that's the burning the aggressiveness you were talking about, Rod, as Cameron Mitchell, the corner, was biting up on the play fake, and Tyler Wallace just blew by him.
Yeah, he did a great job of. He went inside the tight end and then back up the field.
Tyler Luke's extra point attempt is good. 11:13 to play. First half in Baltimore. It's the Ravens 10, the Browns nothing on the Ravens Game Day Network.
It's finally football season, Ravens fans, and that means it's fall pest season too. Do me a favor, connect with the official pest control sponsor of the Baltimore Ravens, PMSI, for all your pest control needs. PMSI's tenured technicians are trained at removing and preventing all pests, including termites, bed bugs, mice, mosquitoes, wildlife, and more. Visit mypmsi.com or call 410-496-4154 to intercept those pests. PMSI, the official pest control partner of the Baltimore Ravens.
Looking for a smarter way to do your banking? At APG Federal Credit Union, you're the MVP. We're not for profit, so you get lower fees, better rates, and a team that puts you first. No fine print, just hometown service with real heart. So while the Ravens crush it on the field, you can crush your financial goals. Visit apgfcu.com and become a member today. That's apgfcu.com. Serving Baltimore City and Baltimore, Harford, and Cecil counties. Federally insured by NCUA.
Wawa hoagies are a winning pick for game day. Every hoagie is built to order with the ingredients you crave. Choose your favorite, like a toasty cheesesteak, meatball, or Italian. There's a hoagie for every mood and every appetite. Order ahead for pickup or delivery on the Wawa app. Planning for the game? Wawa Catering has you covered. Make your game day a winner with Wawa hoagies, snacks, and drinks. Order ahead at wawacatering.com. Wawa is the official hoagie of the Baltimore Ravens.
On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
10-0, Ravens in front, 11:13 to play. Opening half in Baltimore in the home opener. Ravens in front of the Cleveland Browns. This season, for every Ravens touchdown, Baltimore area Toyota dealers donate $500 to Kennedy Krieger. Tyler Wallace's touchdown is another $500 for Kennedy Krieger from Toyota. Tyler Luke, who hit a 43-yard field goal in the first quarter, has hit 2 extra points. He'll handle the kickoff duties. Jerome Ford is the deep back for the Browns. Loop high end over end. Ford will take it at the 4. Brings it out across the 15, 20. Bends to the sideline, and he won't get there. He's taken down at the 28-yard line. TJ Tampa on the tackle for the Ravens. All right, Rod, now the Ravens have landed the first big blow of this match. They take a 10-0 lead. And here is the theme we talked about all week long. How do you build on the lead and not merely hold on to it?
Yeah, I mean, as a defense, you got to take away the run game, put Joe Flacco in the pass situation. Joe Flacco's not that mobile, and then get that pressure. Bring some blitzes like they were doing, getting that pressure on Joe Flacco, make him get out of the pocket. And when he gets out of the pocket, the favor goes to the defense.
So far today, Joe Flacco, 5 of 11, 23 yards. He'll throw on first down across the middle, and it is dropped, incomplete. Cedric Tillman was the target. Nate Wiggins had blanket coverage, but Flacco threaded the needle, hit his receiver right on the numbers, and he couldn't make the catch.
Yeah. Wiggins is going to keep getting better. I think he has to learn how to use his leverage and where the receiver's at and to what type of route he can run. But each week throughout the first year and this year, he has gotten better and better and better.
And looking at the replay, Wiggins may have gotten a hand on that ball. So it's 2nd and 10 for the Browns. Flacco from the shotgun. Again wants to throw. A little check down to his tight end. Fannin weaves across the 30-yard line, taken down at the 31.
That was kind of a weird play. You motion the back out to the same side that you run the screen. Normally it's the opposite side, so you took a defender to the side of the screen where you're running it at.
Sets up a 3rd down and 7 for Cleveland. Browns have struggled on third downs today. They're only 1 of 5. Injury update from the Ravens sideline. Kyle Van Noy is questionable with a hamstring. In the last series, he came to the sideline, threw his helmet down. You could tell something was wrong. It's an injury concern for the veteran edge pass rusher. 12 sacks a year ago, and now questionable with a hamstring. Third down, Flacco to throw, has time, fires near sideline. Jerry Jeudy with a leaping catch at the Ravens' 42-yard line, and the Browns, with their biggest play of the afternoon, keep the offense on the field with a huge third down conversion.
It's a double move, back shoulder. I like to see Awuzie get his head around once he gets past that 15, 18-yard marker, because that's where the back shoulder throws come.
A 27-yard gain, and Cleveland's offense now on the Ravens side of the field. 1st and 10 at the Ravens 42. 9:38 left to play in the half. Flacco will hand it off. Sweeping to the near side. That's Sampson, and he's dragged down by Agent Zero for a loss of a couple.
He did a great job again shooting the gap and running down Sampson from the backside and caught that backside leg.
Roquan Smith led the Ravens with 10 tackles a week ago, and he's been all over the field this afternoon. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Browns as we approach 9 minutes left in the half. Dylan Sampson in the backfield, Flacco in the shotgun. Ravens with a 4-man front. They take the snap. 2 deep safeties. Flacco's toss complete. The Njoku right at the 40-yard line. Tackled immediately by Trenton Simpson. After a gain of a couple, it'll set up 3rd down and 8 for Cleveland.
And I would like to see the defensive front run more games up front to get some picks and guys coming free
and
to Joe Flacco.
Games. We're not talking Parcheesi here.
No, we're not talking Parcheesi. We're talking about running up the field underneath, guys exchanging their rush lanes, giving our offensive linemen different looks.
Full contact, shoots and ladders. 3rd down and 8. Flacco out of the gun. Blitz pressure coming off the edge. Flacco throws, dropped at the 34-yard line. Jerry Jeudy had it for a sure 1st down, and it bounced right off his chest. Boy, Cleveland has been plagued by drop balls here in the first 2 weeks. Last week, 2 drop balls turned into interceptions.
Well, that time they brought the cat coverage, or cat blitz, and that's a corner blitz to the weak side, the rotation of the safeties coming over.
And the punter, Corey Bojorquez, limps onto the field, and he'll be punting to rookie LeJonte Wester. Bojorquez hits an end-over-end punt, angles it to the numbers on the far side. Wester lets it bounce at the 10, and that's exactly where the Browns will drop it. They down it just inside the 10-yard line. Lamar Jackson on the offense, back on the field when we get back. 8:03 to play. First half on a sunny Sunday in Baltimore. It's the Ravens 10, the Browns nothing on the Ravens Game Day Network.
O'Reilly. Save now on the products you need for your vehicle at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Mix and match O'Reilly Brake Parts Cleaner or O'Reilly Carburetor Cleaner and get 2 cans for $7. Our professional parts people can help you find all the parts and supplies you need for your vehicle. Visit your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hi, I'm Michael from the War and Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Before I was adopted, I felt alone.
After spending years in foster care, Lexi worried that she and her brother were too old to be adopted. Thankfully, the siblings were adopted, with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
I love teenagers. To see how brave Lexi was and how she opened herself up to being in a family,
All of a sudden, she's holding my hand and calling me Mom. It was really special.
Every child, no matter their age, deserves to grow up in a safe, permanent home.
Children at every age experience challenges. Teenagers are more complex than young children, but in the best ways.
You're never too old for family. Learn how you can help children still waiting to be adopted from foster care at davethomasfoundation.org.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington, ESPN 630, the sports capital. Your home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, and UVA Sports.
8:03 left in the first half. Ravens take possession, 1st and 10 at their 9-yard line. And we are joined by our old friend, my longtime broadcast partner, a member of the 75 Baltimore Colts, Stan White, joining us in the booth. We'll get to Stan right after this first play of the drive. Power I formation. Lamar will hand it off. Henry running to the left side. It's a small crease, but only a yard on the play as he gets out to the 10-yard line. All right, Stan, you've seen this stadium for 30 years, and you've seen this town for a lot longer than that. How did it feel to be reunited with your 75 Colt teammates today?
It was so much fun. The other night we had a little get-together and just catching up with the guys, and talking about the guys that aren't there, and just a great get-together because you don't get to see these guys. We're spread out all over the country now. There's a couple guys, Bruce Laird and Rick Volk are here in Baltimore, but overall, they're every place else.
A 50-year reunion, 5 decades in the making. 2nd down and 8 for Lamar Jackson. He wants to throw, standing at the goal line, fires, tip, incomplete. Hit Bateman, who leaped up at the 25-yard line. Looked like he had it in his hands, but he couldn't secure it, and the ball falls incomplete. Stan, we've been talking all week, and Rod and I have been talking today about the importance of Ravens closing out leads.
Whoa. Yeah,
as a defensive guy, I know this is pain in your heart.
I saw the stats. It's not good. And in fact, actually, I text back and forth with John quite a bit, and we talk about that and what to do and different things, and that's always the case, isn't it, Rod? All the years, you got to finish.
You got to play 60 minutes of football, and you got to figure out what do you do well to close games out.
Ravens trying to get something going on this drive. Lamar Jackson rolling to the right, shovel pass. Hill has it at the 15, but he is shouldered out of bounds there by Grant Delpit, shy of the first down. A penalty flag is down back at the 2. Preliminary signal there is holding on the Ravens. So the punt team will come on for the Ravens.
Offense number 88. The penalty is declined. It's 4th down.
And now Cleveland will get good field position.
Yeah, this is full circle, Jerry. All the way back. Joe Flacco coming in. John said his parents are here. I got 4 grandchildren here, and it's just a family affair.
The connections between these two football towns go so far back. And not just to the Colts and the Browns moving to Baltimore. They go farther than that. Punt team on for the Ravens. Jordan Stout will kick it. It'll bounce to the midfield stripe. Takes a Ravens bounce inside the 40, inside the 30, and all the way down to the Cleveland 29-yard line. So not a pretty punt by Jordan Stout, but an effective punt, as the Browns will have the ball when we get back, and we'll continue our conversation with longtime Baltimore Colt and former Ravens broadcaster Stan White. 6:42 to play, 2nd quarter. It's the Ravens 10, the Browns nothing on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Let's go! Safeway is your headquarters for tailgating. This season, when you're preparing for the next Ravens game, make sure to pick up all your favorite Ravens products, including Coca-Cola and Frank's Red Hot. Stop by your nearest Safeway or have your order delivered right to your doorstep. And don't forget to check out the Tailgaters page at BaltimoreRavens.com for tailgating special offers, contests, and recipes. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
Popsicles, sprinklers, a cool breeze. Talk about refreshing. You know what else is refreshing this summer? A brand new phone with Verizon. Yep, get a new phone on any plan with Select Phone Trade-In and My Plan. And lock down a low price for 3 years on any plan with My Plan. This is a deal for everyone, whether you're a new or existing customer. Swing by Verizon today for our best phone deals. 3-year price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate only. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
.6:42 to play first half. Ravens lead it 10-0. Browns will take possession after the punt, 1st and 10. At the Cleveland 28, Browns working from our right to left. Joe Flacco and the Browns in their orange helmets, white jerseys, and orange pads. Flacco this afternoon, 8 of 16 for 56 yards. Will hand it off on first down. They reverse it. And that's Isaiah Bond, the rookie, crossing the 30 and losing his footing and tumbling down at the 37-yard line. But a gain of 9 as Cleveland starts the drive with some misdirection.
And that's what we've been asking from the offense on our side is misdirection. The one misdirection was a boot. They got the touchdown on it. When you have an aggressive defense, misdirections definitely helps your offense.
2nd down and 1 for Cleveland from the Browns 37. 6 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Ravens with a 4-man defensive front, 2 deep safeties. Flacco will hand it off to the rookie, Judkins. Sidesteps a couple of tacklers, gets out to the 40, and that is good for a Cleveland first down. Quinshawn Judkins, a 2nd-round pick for the Browns, out all of training camp. First week of practice this week, and he's getting a lot of looks as the Browns are relying on the rookie early.
Where do you go to college?
I believe it was the Ohio State.
The Ohio State.
Stan White joining us, former Baltimore Colt, longtime Ravens broadcaster. You saw Judkins a lot in college.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I watched probably every game that they played. They had 2 really good running backs. Henderson, who's up in New England, too.
Judkins checks out, Ford checks in. Flacco throws, and he's got his man, Cedric Tillman, on the out route, makes the catch, and they'll mark him down at the Browns' 44-yard line. It'll set up a 2nd down and about 6 for Cleveland as we approach the 5-minute mark left in this half. We were talking about the connection of these two cities. It goes all the way back to the 50s. The 58 Baltimore Colts were coached by the great Weave Eubank, who was the former offensive line coach of the Cleveland Browns. When the Colts replaced Weave Eubank, they replaced him with a former defensive back named Don Shula. I mean, these two cities have gone back and forth in football for a long, long time. Flacco off the play fake, has time, throws complete, and a big hit on the play by Roquan Smith as he drops forward right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
So did Weave Eubank coach your dad?
So Weave Eubank was the offensive line coach for the Browns when my dad played right tackle for the Browns in the early 50s.
That's how far all these things go back.
So my dad eventually comes to Baltimore as an assistant coach, becomes the interim head coach in 1972 when one of the rookie linebackers' names was Stan White. Yep. I'm a ball boy, and all these years later, we become broadcast partners. I'm telling you, these two cities,
small world,
they are intertwined. Here's a big 3rd down play, 3rd and 4 for the Browns. Ball at the Cleveland 46. 4 minutes to play. Flacco to throw. Has time. Now the pocket collapsing. He throws incomplete. He was under pressure, and he somehow got rid of that ball as the Ravens' Nnamdi Madubuike was just about ready to record the first sack of the afternoon for the Ravens.
Yeah, Green had his legs, and Nnamdi Madubuike was going to clean him up, and Joe Flacco got rid of that ball.
Mike Green looking for his first NFL sack. But he was just an inch away from Flacco's knee hitting the turf before he got rid of the ball. So Corey Bojorquez will punt to LeJante Wester. High and over-end punt. Wester will come up under it. He'll let it bounce inside the 10. It takes a bounce out of bounds at the 4. So Corey Bojorquez, who continues to limp on and off the field after he got walloped on the block punt earlier in the half, has buried the Ravens now on back-to-back drives deep in their own territory. Ravens will start the drive at their 4-yard line with 3:45 left to play in the half. And this is where, Rob, the Ravens need the offense to just run the clock out the rest of the half.
Not just that, but also be aggressive. Sometimes when you're backed up on your own end zone, taking a shot, making the defenders feel, hey, you know what? They're not going to play it safe. They're going to take some opportunities. Get back under center. You have the speed on the outside to beat them man-to-man. You got to just believe in it and take a couple opportunities and give those guys some shots down the field to make plays.
Ravens with only 66 yards total offense in the opening half. On first down, Lamar stands in the shotgun, 2 yards deep in the end zone. He'll throw quickly, deflected, and it falls luckily incomplete. It was hit right at the line, and it bounced just to the right of Greg Newsome. That ball bounces a couple of inches over, and the Browns would have had a potential pick six.
Yeah, running the slant to the short side of the field is always troubling, especially when the offensive line or defensive linemen can get their hands up and get those tips.
Second down.
A lot of times they'll bring 5 to try to stop the run up here, which gives you some opportunities to throw,
Browns bunch 6 along the defensive front. Lamar throwing from the end zone, taps the ball, now he throws it, complete. Zay Flowers has it at the 10, and he's tackled there by Greg Newsome. It'll set up a 3rd down and 5 for the Ravens. All right, we've talked about the importance of 3rd downs. Neither team doing much on 3rd down. The Ravens 2 of 6 on 3rd down conversions. Here it's 3rd down, I'm going to say officially 3rd and 3. It looks more to my eye like 3rd and 4.
Yeah. It's important to get a first down here because you hate punting out of your own end zone.
Don't want to punt it out, and you want to make sure that you eat the clock up, not giving them the ball back.
Lamar will operate from the shotgun on 3rd down. Spreads 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Takes the snap, rolls to the right, throws complete to Mark Andrews. He's hit at the 12, stumbles forward, and he's going to be awfully close.
It looked like he's a little short where he spotted it.
You had to get to about the 13.
It's close, but it looked like he's a half a yard short.
It's going to be a little bit shy, I believe.
Oh, his knee hit the ground.
It's going to be 4th and inches unless we get one of the virtual measurements. Seems like a good place to get the virtual measurement. Why not use all your technology to see exactly where the ball is?
Yeah, his right knee hit the ground. Where was the ball? Looked like he was about a half a yard short. And they did mark him short.
They are not going to measure that we know of. We're waiting for a signal from Brad Allen, our referee.
This is the 2-minute warning.
Instead, we run it to the 2-minute warning. At this point forward, remember, you are out of challenge flags.
2 minutes.
So you can no longer challenge the spot on that ball. Once you hit the 2-minute warning, all challenges come from the booth. The question now is on 4th and inches from your own 14-yard line, do you dare go for it? If you get the first down, you're going to run out the clock for the half and maybe put yourself in position for points.
If you don't, and your defense has been so good so far, shutting them out, you don't want to give them that big break that gives confidence to the offense.
Yeah, but God forbid somebody fumbles the snap or you slip a little bit and you don't convert. All of a sudden, you're giving the ball to the Browns in the red zone. We have not seen the punt team come on, but there's time in this 2-minute warning for John Harbaugh to talk things over and come up with the strategy. It's great to have you back in the booth, buddy.
Yeah, it's good to be here. This is the NFL, though. Well, how many yards? 500 yards last week and 80 points in the game, and here we are at 10-0 at almost at halftime.
With only 75 yards.
Yeah.
All right, time for our view from the booth, brought to you by Goal Vision. We're not seeing a whole lot in the way of offense, but the defense throwing a shutout so far. So you like to see Zach Orr's defense after the heartbreak in Buffalo step up here in week 2 in the home opener and really show what they're capable of.
Yeah, they do, and this is another chance to close out the games, too. Because that's defense and offense, special teams, everything. And one of the plays last week that I look back on is when the punt died on the 1-yard line, and we jump on it and take it into the end zone. instead of having them backed up, you see how hard it is to get out of the end zone.
Right.
They're getting on the 20, and then they go right down and score.
Yeah, the rookie Keon Martin, his left hand just hit the front of the goal line in Buffalo. Look, they've called it for years a game of inches, and it really is.
It is.
An inch here, an inch there, a deflected pass, all that plays into it. And from the coaching point of view, I know you talk with John Harbaugh a lot. From a coaching point of view, you just gotta believe in your system and keep your players dialed in on what you're doing after heartbreaks more than ever.
Yep, because that was the big controversy. Should he went for it in 4th and 2, you know?
Well, here you go. It's 4th and 1, and Lamar Jackson and the offense are going to stay on the field. Now, you can keep in mind, you don't have to run the play. You can try to get a defender jumping off. We already saw Myles Garrett jumped offside earlier in the half. The Ravens have all of their timeouts, and so do the Cleveland Browns. So if the Ravens, they sprint to the line, it's tush-push formation. Mark Andrews under center. He's not running it. He's just trying to draw the Browns off. Andrews barking out signals. At this point, it's obvious the Ravens are not going to run this play. 10 on the play clock, and the Browns aren't biting. Now Andrews steps back, shouts out to Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson goes in motion, and the Ravens will let the clock run down to 0 on the play clock. The crowd is booing, but they did the right thing. The Ravens completely did the right thing there. You take the free first down if the Browns are going to give it to you, but you cannot put yourself in a situation where you hand Cleveland the ball in the red zone. That's suicide.
Not when they haven't scored at all. You don't want to, like I said, you don't want to give them that momentum play that can change the way the game goes.
If you think the critics were out after Buffalo,
it's always, if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, it's dumb.
Todd Monken said at training camp last year, his wife asked him once, why don't you just call the plays that work? Jordan Stout will punt. Isaiah Bond is waiting at the Browns' 40. Stout, it's a high floater. Bond settles under it with a fair catch at the Ravens' 48-yard line. So Cleveland has excellent field position. 1:53 left to play in the half, and they have all 3 of their timeouts. In a game where the Ravens have limited the Browns to 92 yards in the first half, stand critical that the Ravens force the Browns 3 and out here, because if you do that, you can get the ball back to Lamar with 3 timeouts to work with.
Yeah, no doubt, because you know the Browns will be using theirs at this point. I don't know if they'll use them right away, though, because they know that, too. I think they'll see if they can get that first down.
So Flacco has Jerome Ford in the backfield. Flacco sets under center. And he'll give it to Ford, running off the right side, looking for a crease. He's tripped up and taken down after a gain of about 3 to the Ravens' 45-yard line. So in the cat-and-mouse game, so far no timeouts called.
Yeah, they don't want to give the ball back to Lamar if they don't make a first down.
At what point does John Harbaugh use a timeout?
Yeah, that's the other side of the question. I think if they get to third down here, if they don't make anything on second down, the clock's running, he may call it.
1:22 on a running clock. Flacco spreads out 2 receivers to the left, 2 set tight to the right. Jerome Ford in the backfield. Flacco takes the snap, looking to throw. Looks over the middle, pumps once, hit and sacked back at the 48-yard line. And now John Harbaugh is going to take a timeout and stops the clock with 1:09 left in the half as the Ravens get their first sack of the afternoon. And the first sack for science, powered by Constellation.
This has to be good for the defense after what happened last Monday night, to go out there and just do a great job. They just going with a 0 at halftime.
Justin Matabike delivering the sack, the first of the day for the Ravens. That's 57 games in a row now. The Ravens have at least 1 sack, longest active streak of its kind here in the NFL. And at the moment, to Stan's point, the Ravens players aren't thinking about streaks. They're thinking about starting a win streak and showing that they can put wins away when they have the lead. And now you've got a big third down, because with 1:09 left, if you get a stop here, you get the ball back, and you'll have at least 1 timeout to work with for Lamar. And you've got a rookie kicker who can hit from about 70 yards. Flacco will spread out 2 receivers wide right, 2 to the left. Takes the snap. Ravens rush 4. Flacco throws. His pass is complete to Njoku at the 30. And he's down to the 27-yard line. That is good for a Cleveland first down. Oh, the Browns convert on 3rd and 13. And instead of getting the ball back to Lamar, now the Browns run to the line of scrimmage with 49 seconds left on the clock. Flacco takes the snap, throws quickly. His pass near sideline incomplete. He was looking for Tillman, and the incompletion will stop the clock with 43 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, that is a killer when you think, boy, we got him backed up 3rd and long. Njoku made a good double move and got just right down the seam, and that's the easy throw for Joe.
Schmidt, the rookie kicker for the Browns, warming up on the sideline. 2nd and 10 Browns, ball to the Ravens 28. 43 seconds left in the half. Flacco has 3 receivers bunched to the right inside the numbers. His tight end, Njoku, set to the left. Flacco to throw. Screen pass, and it's dropped by Ford, who had Teddy Buchanan breathing down his neck, but he turned to run before he secured the ball. It stops the clock with 40 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, that was good awareness by Buchanan, seeing the back check and then come out of the backfield. That's what they wanted to do because they knew the Ravens would be dropping deep, and they just wanted to take, 5-7 yards and get closer for the field goal.
Rod Woodson has slipped off his headset and gone down to make his way down to the field. A halftime celebration awaiting for the Ravens' 30-year anniversary. They hope to celebrate a first-half shutout. Flacco, 3rd and 10, looking to throw. Quick release complete. Njoku to the 20-yard line. Taken down about a yard shy of the first down. Kevin Stefanski will use his first timeout and stop the clock with 31 seconds left in the half. And I think Stefanski may have jumped the gun a little bit on that one, Stan. He really should have let the clock run down much lower.
Yeah, I don't know. He's probably thinking, do we go for it here? What do we do here? Do we go for it? We haven't scored yet. Do we want to at least get some points on the board before halftime?
So no sign of the rookie kicker, Schmidt, just yet.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. That's sort of the way of the world now in the NFL is to go for it on 4th down.
Browns in the Old Bay red zone, ball right at the 20-yard line, looking at a 4th down and 2 with 31 seconds left in the half. Now, they may do the same thing the Ravens just try to do and see if they can draw the Ravens defense offside. And if they can't, then you trot the kicker out on the field. It didn't work for the Ravens in their 4th down when they brought Mark Andrews in on the tush-push formation. Will it work for Joe Flacco and the Browns with 31 seconds left in the half? Ravens in front, 10-0. The key play on this drive, a 3rd and 13 conversion. Flacco to Njoku.
Big play for the defense, Jared.
Flacco sets under center, has Jerome Ford alone in the backfield. Tight end goes in motion, sets tight to the right side of the line. Play clock at 13. Now Fannin shifts to the up back position. Play clock is at 5. Receiver comes in motion, and the Browns are not going to snap the ball. They were trying to draw the Ravens offside. It didn't work, so the kicking team will come on.
Good call, Jim.
Cleveland, they're first.
This has been, Rob and I were talking about this earlier, this first half has been like 2 boxers just jabbing, trying to feel each other out, get a sense for what they want to do. Stan, from what you've seen from both of these defenses in the first half, how will the Ravens adjust offensively to try to exploit the aggressiveness of the Browns in the second half?
Well, I think they have to get Lamar out on the edges in a way, what's his yardage today?
So Lamar passing is 10 of 15. Rushing, he hasn't even carried the ball one time.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If you're defending, I've been thinking about defense my whole life. If you're defending in that quarterback's run, you have to change a lot of things that you do. And that's why, he scored 40 points last week. I think they have to get him involved in the running game here.
Andre Schmidt will attempt a 38-yard field goal from in between the hash marks. Schmidt's kick is up, and it is good. 29 seconds left in the first half, and the Browns are on the board for the first time this afternoon, making it a 1-score game. 10-3, Ravens in front. So you only have 1 timeout remaining for John Harbaugh. You're going to get the ball maybe 30-yard line if you're lucky, unless you get a great kick return. But again, Rasheen Ali, the Ravens' primary kick returner, is out for the rest of this game in concussion protocol. You would like to see a big return here, but you can't bank on it. Presuming you're going to get the ball at the 30-yard line with 29 seconds, 1 timeout, worth a shot?
Well, I think you screen, draw, something like that, usually on first down, and if you get a chunk yardage, then you call timeout and go. If you don't, then you just take a knee. But I would be shocked if they didn't just kick this ball out of the end zone.
And just give the Ravens the ball at the 35-yard line.
They know the biggest worry they have is a kick return.
And keep in mind, the Ravens have Tyler Loop, who has inordinate leg strength. We were watching Loop pregame hit 60-yarders, putting him in the net.
Oh, I know. 3/4 of the way up the crossbar.
So if you can get the ball to midfield almost, you're in field goal range. Schmidt will kick it off. And this one will be taken by Tyler Wallace at the goal line. Brings it out across the 10 to the 20. 25, and that's as far as he's going to go. And the Ravens will have the ball now with 23 seconds left in the half. One timeout, leading the Browns 10-3. So job one is make sure you secure the ball. You cannot afford a turnover here. Job two is make sure the Browns do not get the ball again this half. And job three is try to put yourself in position for a field goal try.
Yeah, I've been impressed with the Browns defense today. They've done you look what the Ravens did to Buffalo, and this Browns defense has really stepped up.
Held the Ravens to 75 yards. We talked about the relationship between these two towns. Browns defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz, native of Baltimore.
Mount St. Joe.
Lamar Jackson scrambling, throws near side, has to get rid of the ball to avoid a sack back at the 5-yard line. Isaiah McGuire was applying the pressure, and that runs the clock down to 18 seconds before the Ravens close out this first half. Jim Schwartz is notoriously aggressive, and that's what we've seen today. Single high safety. He has the luxury every defensive coordinator would like to have in Myles Garrett.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to blitz if you don't want to. If you have Myles Garrett, you're guaranteed to have somebody in the backfield almost every play.
Yeah, he's a stud, that's for sure.
On second down, Lamar out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Browns rush 4. Lamar lofts it near side, looking for Zay Flowers. He led him too far, and that one sails incomplete. So it's third down now for the Ravens with 13 seconds left in the half. Lamar and his receivers have not seemed to be as on point today as we have seen and we have grown accustomed to the last couple of years.
Yes, they aren't getting separation. And I don't know if the Browns have done a pretty good scouting report and can jump the routes that they're running, or they just have really good defensive backs, but they are really taking that passing game away.
The Ravens have only converted 2 of 7. They'll try to convert here with a run game, and they will not get the job done as Justice Hill runs it all along the right hash mark to the 32-yard line. And that is going to take us to the 10-second mark. The Browns will use their last timeout, forcing the punt team on for the Ravens. And that's because Kevin Stefanski, understandably in a division game, is not going to squander 10 seconds. He wants his special teams to see if they can come up with a kind of a play that the Ravens came up with early in the second quarter when the Ravens blocked the punt.
I would imagine they're going to send a lot of people after it.
So Jordan Stout will come on. Isaiah Bond is deep for the Browns back at the 30-yard line. This is all about execution for the Ravens. You cannot afford a mistake here.
No. In fact, you should just probably kick it out of bounds so he doesn't have a return.
Jordan Stout stands inside the Ravens' 20. He gets the ball off cleanly. He angles it for the far sideline, and he executes it well. It bounces inside the 20. It will trickle down to the 11. It'll die there as the final seconds come off the clock, and we have reached halftime in Baltimore with the Ravens in front of the Browns, 10-3. Great visiting with my guy, Stan White. Rod Woodson is down on the field. He'll be a part of the halftime celebration honoring the Ravens' 30-year anniversary in Baltimore. And we head to the break at halftime with the Ravens in front, 10-3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
At DraftKings, we're all about responsible gaming. Sometimes you got to know when to hold up. There are no locks or sure things, so know when to fold up. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
Some things never go out of style, like trust, reliability, and driving a Toyota. Take the legendary Camry, defined by comfort and performance, or the smart and efficient Corolla, built to move you forward with style. Need muscle? The powerful Tundra is ready for big jobs and even bigger adventures. And the bold Tacoma, built to take on trails, highways, and everything in between. Hurry in. Offers end September 30th. Toyota, let's go places.
Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek.
Wawa hoagies are a winning pick for game day. Every hoagie is built to order with the ingredients you crave. Choose your favorite, like a toasty cheesesteak, meatball, or Italian. There's a hoagie for every mood and every appetite. Order ahead for pickup or delivery on the Wawa app. Planning for the game? Wawa Catering has you covered. Make your game day a winner with Wawa hoagies, snacks, and drinks. Order ahead at wawacatering.com. Wawa is the official hoagie of the Baltimore Ravens.
Time for the halftime report. This is the Ravens Game Day Network.
10-3, the Baltimore Ravens lead the Cleveland Browns. It's Nick Testoni here on the halftime report. Baltimore, the offense has not been clicking, but they have used some special teams plays to help get a couple of their points. The big punt return, the punt return early on, and of course the blocked punt. So both on punts, one offensive, one defensive, have led to their two scores. A slow start for Derrick Henry. Just 5 carries for 5 yards. Not exactly the formula you expect for the Ravens to have in a winning effort so far, but that's what it's been. A big touchdown reception from Tylan Wallace. On the Cleveland side, Joe Flacco's returned to Baltimore. He threw the football 45 times last week against Cincinnati. He's already thrown it 23 times this week in Baltimore. 12 of 23, 93 yards. The Ravens have got to him once on a sack and have kept him on his feet for a majority of the game. Good job getting pressure on the quarterback. And then leading the way in the yards, it's David Njoku, 4 catches, 40 yards. And Quinshon Judkins, the rookie running back, making his NFL debut, 6 carries for 20 yards. Baltimore's defense has been excellent. We will give you some updates on the Baltimore injuries. The one thing we know right now, Rasheen Ali is out of this game with a concussion, and we're still waiting to hear back as Kyle Van Noy left early in this one, questionable with a hamstring. We'll come back and get you the first half highlights as the Ravens lead the Browns 10-3 right here on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Coming up, the Maryland Lottery play of the first half.
Maryland, it's time to light up the strip. Hot Rod Drag Week 2025, presented by Gear Vendors Overdrive. Blast off at Maryland International Raceway on Monday, September 15th, and returns for the finals Friday, September 19th. Experience drag racing's most intense street car showdown. Join us in person. Spectator tickets available on site, or catch every run live online. Head to hotrod.com/events for full details. Hot Rod Drag Week. See you there.
I'm Tumani. When I was younger, I may have did some stupid things. I committed some crimes, even got shot, but I'm not a criminal.
That's right. I'm Jamal. I work for youth advocate programs. Yeah, I was Tumani's advocate, helping him stay out of jail, stay in the neighborhood, get a job, and work hard to see a better future for himself. If you have a change of mindset, you can have a change of action.
As a little kid, I experienced trauma and I acted out. Made some mistakes, but I'm not a mistake.
No, she's a good student and a great kid. As Jalen's YAP advocate, I'm always here for her. With the youth advocate programs, I was able to connect with Jalen.
YAP is a community-based alternative to youth incarceration, congregate placement, and neighborhood violence. After completing our program, 86% of participants were arrest-free. YAP works.
And now, I'm a YAP advocate, helping kids like me find a better way.
Youth advocate programs. Others talk social change. We make it happen. Learn how at yapinc.org.
For some children, a single surgery can turn an untreated cleft into a smile for life. But at Smile Train, we understand that most children need a little extra care. They need medical, dental, and emotional resources to grow healthy and strong, to express themselves clearly, and to navigate all of life's challenges so that their smiles light up the room as brightly as possible. Visit SmileTrain.org to learn how SmileTrain is supporting the cleft community with lifelong smiles.
Now, a recap of the first half on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Nick Testoni back with you on the halftime report. The Ravens lead the Browns 10-3 as they celebrate their 30th year in the NFL and in Baltimore against the team that they ended up taking from back in '96. So they will get the football first in the second half. Let's see how it unfolded in the first half. Browns got the football first. It was a 12-yard reception to Harold Fannin Jr., their young rookie third-round pick tight end. But Kyle Hamilton would slow down the momentum.
Off the play fake, Flacco throws the screen to Sampson. He is hit immediately and dropped by Kyle Van Noy back at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Jerry misspoke. It was actually Kyle Hamilton who got in there for the loss of 3. Led to a 3rd and 20. A little dump off from Joe Flacco. Cannot get all the way there, so the Browns end up punting. Baltimore does not get anything going in their first possession. They would punt it back to the Browns, and after the Browns go 3 and out, well, we got to see this young rookie in the opening preseason game make a splash, and here was his first splash in regular season, LaJohntay Wester.
Bo Horquez hung a moonshot with his first punt. This time it's a low wobbler. It'll bounce at the 40, bounce at the 30. Wester takes it off with 2 hops, comes to his left, goes to the 35, 40, 45, midfield. Wester, tripped up from behind just as he was ready to hit 4th gear.
Yeah, and he would have been long gone if not tripped up there. Gave the Ravens excellent field position. They start at their own 49-yard line. You have Rashad Bateman, 10-yard reception. Zay Flowers goes for 9. Eventually it leads to Tyler Loop getting the Ravens on the board.
Nick Moore will have the snap. Jordan Stout the hold. Tyler Loop, 43-yard field goal try. Kick on the way. And it is good.
Yeah, made it 3-0. You can hear the fans screaming Loop in the background as Ravens take a 3-0 lead. On the next possession for Cleveland, we haven't talked about Joe Flacco just yet. That's because, well, the defense for Baltimore was all over the field, and Joe was able to get the ball out quick sometimes. A lot of pressure, and Roquan Smith rallying here.
Flacco to throw on first down. Has plenty of time. Swings it to Judkins, who is buried for a loss by Roquan Smith back at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, quick to the football. Roquan Smith set up a 3rd and 14, eventually leads to a punt. On the ensuing Baltimore possession, they get backed up as Myles Garrett sacks Lamar Jackson on first down. Ravens never really recover from it. Ravens would get a forced punt situation for Cleveland their next possession, and this is the Maryland Lottery play of the first half as special teams comes into effect. Jake Hummel.
Corey Bohorquez will punt to LaJohntay Wester. It is blocked and picked up at the 30-yard line. The Ravens recover it. Jake Hummel blocked the punt.
That is a great block.
And then coming up with the recovery, Sanusi Kane, who is down at the Browns' 23-yard line. And just like that, the special teams has the Ravens knocking at the door.
Yeah, and it was Hummel who just burst through the middle of the Cleveland punt unit, really just bulldozed the up back, gets a blocked punt. The Ravens already have the football on the doorstep of the red zone, and just 2 plays later, Lamar Jackson to Tylan Wallace.
6-man front for the Browns. Jackson play action, rolls to the right, lobs to the end zone. He's got a man, he's got a touchdown. Tylan Wallace. Perfect execution, a touch pass, and Tylan Wallace comes down with a catch and his first touchdown of 2025.
Yeah, Lupa had the PAT. It's 10-0 Baltimore. And the Cleveland gets the football back on a 3rd and 6. Jerry Jeudy gets his first impact play of the game, 26-yard reception, but later on a 3rd and 8, the ball goes through his hands. So they punt again, and this is where Bohorquez, after he had got his punt blocked, he has downed the Ravens inside their own 15-yard line multiple times. The Ravens go 3 and out. They give it back to the Browns, and the Browns trying to drive. Mike Green almost comes up with his first sack, but Joe Flacco's able to get rid of it. These two teams just kind of trade back and forth punts for a while. But how about Nnamdi Madubuike? The Ravens got a lot of pressure, and Madubuike finished it on the former Raven.
Thrown forward in the backfield. Flacco takes the snap, looking to throw. Looks over the middle, pumps once, hit and sacked back at the 48-yard line. And now John Harbaugh is going to take a timeout and stops the clock with 1:09 left in the half as the Ravens get their first sack of the afternoon.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Ravens, though, the Browns weren't done on a 3rd and 13. David Njoku, 23-yard reception, keeps the drive going on a 3rd and 10 at 8 yards in Njoku. Set up a 4th and 2, a little bit of cat and mouse game. Are they going to go for it? Are they not? Eventually it leads to the Browns trotting out their kicker, Andre Schmidt, for 38.
From in between the hash marks, Schmidt's kick is up, and it is good.
Ravens got the football one more time, did nothing with it. So that's where we stand. Baltimore will get the ball first to start the second half. They have a 10-3 lead. Their offense is being outgained, oddly, by the Cleveland Browns. 120-81. Just not a lot of offense clicking for Baltimore. Lamar Jackson a little bit off at times, but he'll see if he can get it going. One note around the league, Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals against Jacksonville was helped off the field. So that keep track of. Second half action is coming up next on the Ravens Game Day Network.
The second half kick is straight ahead on the Ravens Game Day Network.
This Ravens radio broadcast on ESPN 630 is presented in part by Coors Light.
This is Secret Clinical dominating extra stinky stress sweat. And this is regular deodorant. Secret Clinical in a heat wave. Oh, what a beautiful day. This is regular deodorant. Ugh, I can't. Secret Clinical with workout sweat. Let's run another marathon. And regular deodorant. How much more? Secret is the GOAT. Because nothing fights sweat better. Stay fresher under pressure.
If you are 50 or older, it is recommended that you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt your life for weeks. If you're an adult, 19 to 49, with certain underlying medical conditions like asthma, diabetes, chronic heart disease, or COPD, vaccination is also recommended. Talk to your doctor about vaccination today and learn more at lung.org/protectyourself. Furnished by the American Lung Association in collaboration with Pfizer.
I'm a wife and the mother of 2 kids, and I've got a good job. Bye, Mom.
See you, Mom.
A pretty important job. Because of my family and my job, I really care about this neighborhood. It's a good neighborhood. Yes, there's some crime. And when I drive to work, like now, I realize that some people here don't trust the police. So the police should be reaching out to this community, and this community should reach out to the police. That's the way to make this a safer place. And when I get to work in the precinct house and put on my uniform, I can tell you as a police officer that this department is reaching out to the community, and the community is doing its part. We're building partnerships. This should be happening everywhere. This is how we can all be safer. Get involved. Start the conversation.
Start the conversation and help stop crime. To learn the 5 things you can do, go to ncpc.org/prevent violent crime. A message from the National Crime Prevention Council and the Bureau of Justice Assistance.
Third quarter, brought to you by Safeway.
Ravens will have the ball first to start the second half, having won the opening coin toss and elected to defer. And we are underway in quarter number 3, and the ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback, so the Ravens will have good field position to get things started and see if the offense can't find the on button a little better than they did in the first half, where the Browns' aggressive defense limited the Ravens to only 81 yards total offense. Lamar Jackson, 10 of 17 yards passing. Derrick Henry, 5 carries for 5 yards. I can promise you we have never said that before. But that's what the Browns did in the first half. We'll find out whether or not offensive coordinator Todd Monken has some counter-punching to do at defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz. Ravens go with bunch formation on first down. Play action. Lamar wants to throw, has time, slings it over the middle, complete at midfield. That's Zay Flowers, and he tumbles down at the Browns' 46-yard line as the Ravens pick up 18 yards to start the second half and put the ball right away in Cleveland territory. Rod Woodson just making his way back up from the midfield celebration, the on-field celebration, honoring Ravens greats as part of the 30-year anniversary celebration today. So Rod will rejoin us in just a couple of minutes. Jet sweep comes to Zay Flowers near side, gets a block, cuts it inside the numbers, and he weaves his way down to the 43-yard line. So the Ravens spreading things out a little bit here on the opening drive of the second half. And now they'll make some wholesale changes as Rashad Bateman, DeAndre Hopkins check in on the offense. Opening drive, second half. Ravens in front of the Browns, 10-3. Jerry Sandusky and Hall of Famer Rod Woodson with you here in this Week 2. Ravens divisional matchup with the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland again with a 4-man defensive front, 1 deep safety. Lamar wants to throw out of the shotgun, pocket collapsing. Lamar escapes, scrambles to the right. Now he reverses field, goes back to the left. throwing towards the end zone. It is caught. DeAndre Hopkins with a touchdown grab. Oh, what a catch. D-Hop does it again. A 43-yard touchdown. And DeAndre Hopkins has established a routine of the unbelievable here in his early going as a Raven. A week ago in Buffalo, a one-hand grab, and this time he leans around Greg Newsome and pulls the ball in for the touchdown. The booth is reviewing just to ensure he was in the end zone when Newsome made contact with him. Lamar Jackson did an exceptional job of extending that play. He scrambled to the right, he backpedaled, he reversed it to the left, and then running left, throws a beautiful ball.
The receiver was down by contact at the 1/2 yard line. It will be first and goal.
And they're saying he did not break the plane. So DeAndre Hopkins delights the crowd, but he'll be denied the touchdown. And I can't for the life of me figure out why they're saying he didn't break the plane. There's no reason to challenge it because the booth has already
reset the game clock
reviewed this.
13:34. 13:34 in the game clock.
And it's going to go under the headings of mysteries.
On my signal.
Instead, they're going to spot the ball midway between the 1 yard line and the goal line. And Lamar Jackson will set under center. But this is one I just, for the life of me, can't figure out how they determine. But this was a booth review.
Number 66 is an eligible receiver. 66 is eligible.
So they reset the play clock, and the Ravens will have it at first and goal from inside the 1. Operating from the Old Bay red zone. Lamar Jackson under center. Power I formation. Play action. Jackson pumps once. Rolls to the right. Looking end zone. Fires. Incomplete. He wanted Zaire Mitchell-Payton in the back of the end zone. But Devin Bush got a hand on the ball. And the Ravens will have it second and goal. Ben Cleveland is the 6th offensive lineman. And he checks in as an eligible receiver. Jackson again will set under center. Mitchell-Payton is the up back. Derrick Henry the deep back. A flag is thrown prior to the snap.
False start. Offense, number 84.
And the Ravens are going to be penalized 5 yards for a false start. And all of a sudden, a spectacular touchdown with a questionable replay that spots the ball at the 1, followed by a false start, and suddenly the Ravens are looking second and goal from just inside the 6. Rod has made his way back to the booth from the halftime celebration, and Lamar steps back into the shotgun. Zay Flowers goes in motion. Lamar takes the snap, slings end zone, dropped. He hit Mark Andrews in the hands, but Brad Delpit able to knock the ball loose. And the Ravens now facing a third and goal.
I missed what happened. Looked like D-Hop had a touchdown.
It looked like a short touchdown, and then the booth on the booth review said that Delpit, that Newsome had made contact with him before the ball broke the plane. I just, for the life of me, don't understand how they saw it that way, but they did. And now the Ravens face a third and goal from just inside the 6. Lamar Jackson from the gun. Under pressure, hit, spun, and sacked back at the 15-yard line. And now a short touchdown is going to turn into a field goal try to the complete displeasure of this crowd.
They have had 10 sacks in the last 3 games, and Myles Garrett has had 7 of them. You got to know where he's at.
You got to round Ronnie Stanley. Now the Ravens will bring on Tyler Loop for a 32-yard field goal try. Loop hit from 43 in the first half. Nick Moore has the snap. Jordan Stout the hold. Kick is up. The kick is good, but a penalty flag is down at the 10-yard line because the Browns were offside.
Offsides.
It's only a 5-yard penalty, so it's likely the Ravens will decline that or take it on the kickoff. Brad Allen, our referee.
Offside. Defense number 99 lined up in the neutral zone. The penalty is declined.
His mic is not working. The
Timeout.
signals, though, the Ravens declined the penalty, and the field goal stands. 12:26 to play, third quarter in Baltimore. It's the Ravens 13, the Browns 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Progressive knows there's so many great things about being a sports fan. Like scoring the company box seats. How great is that? Trick plays that actually work. Prevent defense when your team is winning by a lot. And even more preventative prevent defense as they're hanging on by a thread. And of course, saving money when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's pretty great. Just like trick plays that actually work.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
Complaining about sports? Not so great. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
At DraftKings, we're all about responsible gaming. Sometimes you got to know when to hold up. There are no locks or sure things, so know when to fold up. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
Hey, Ravens flock, we've got a deal that will make you flock to your nearest McDonald's. If our opponent misses a field goal during any home or away game, then you get a free-piece Chicken McNuggets with minimum $1 purchase the next day on the McDonald's app. And if our opponent misses 2 field goals, you'll be upgraded to a free 10-piece. What's good for the Ravens is good for the flock. Download the McDonald's app to redeem this deal. And that's not all. Earn free food when you order through the app. Offer valid at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day. Visit McDonald's app for details.
It's finally football season, Ravens fans, and that means it's fall pest season too. Do me a favor, connect with the official pest control sponsor of the Baltimore Ravens, PMSI, for all your pest control needs. PMSI's tenured technicians are trained at removing and preventing all pests, including termites, bed bugs, mice, mosquitoes, wildlife, and more. Visit mypmsi.com or call 410-496-4154 to intercept those pests. PMSI, the official pest control partner of the...
In front of the Browns, 12:26 to play, third quarter. And the third quarter of today's broadcast is brought to you by Safeway. Well, the Ravens, with what looked to be a touchdown for DeAndre Hopkins, instead have to settle for a field goal on the opening drive of the third quarter. As Tyler Loop will kick it off. Punches the end over end to the near side, and it will sail out of bounds. So Loop, with a second penalty today, will give the Browns the ball at the 40-yard line.
He has to correct that. 2 penalties a day on Tyler Loop.
Kickoff out of bounds.
Got to make sure that ball lands in the landing zone.
Ball's placed at the 40-yard line. It's first down.
His first penalty in the first half, he kicked it short of the landing zone. This time he kicks it out of bounds. So the Browns get the ball at the 40-yard line to start their first drive of the third quarter. Ravens in front by 10. But they felt for sure like that should have been a 14-point lead. Quinshon Judkins in the backfield. He'll carry on first down. He's got a hole, and it closes quickly, but Judkins crosses the 45. Gets out to the 46-yard line, so a 6-yard gain for the rookie running back out of Ohio State. We have not seen Kyle Van Noy.
Yeah, you hate to see not having your leaders out there, especially your sack leader from last year.
He left in the first half with a hamstring injury, questionable to return. Second down and 4. Flacco throws quickly, far sideline, almost knocked down, but it's caught by Jerry Jeudy. And they'll say he did not secure the ball before he stepped out of bounds, so it's ruled incomplete. Nate Wiggins right there. Rod, I thought for a second he was going to step in and take it.
And I believe as he gets more comfortable in the National Football League, he's going to put his foot in the ground and he's going to make interceptions on those type of plays.
He's the reason it wasn't a completion. He did knock the ball loose from Judy.
He has a burst of speed that can make an offensive receiver a tough day.
3rd down and 4 for the Browns. Ball to Cleveland 46. Flacco from the gun takes the snap. Ravens bring blitz pressure. Flacco drifting to the right, being chased by Roquan Smith. Throws it down the sideline. It is intercepted. Picked off at the 40-yard line. Comes across midfield to the Browns 40. Nate Wiggins to the 30. One man to beat 10. Wiggins is taken down at the 5-yard line. Oh, Nate Wiggins with the pick and almost pick 6. And he's got the house warmed up now.
Nate Wiggins looked like he was a tailback. Got the ball, saw the lanes, cut back across the field. And then if I was on the sideline, I'd be like, but you got tackled by an offensive lineman. Great play by Nate Wiggins, though.
The hardest hit he took was after the play. One of his teammates came over and leveled him in the celebration.
That's what happens. But that is a great play and great vision by seeing, terrible decision by Joe Flacco throwing that ball in that traffic.
Well, he had Roquan Smith breathing down his neck. And so the pass rush pressure produces the desired effect. The Ravens have it 1st and goal at the Cleveland 5. Handoff to Henry, sweeping to the right. Not much room there. Gets to the 4.
This is a fast-flowing defense, the Cleveland Browns. Jim Schwartz has done a good job of doing that, but you can use that against them. And they've had some really successful plays throughout this game so far of doing some misdirection.
Marble bunch, 3 receivers tight to the left. Henry in the backfield. Lamar keeps it on the read option. Gets around the edge, but he's taken down at the 3-yard line. Ronnie Hickman, along with the rookie linebacker Carson Schlesinger. And the Ravens face a 3rd and goal. So for a 2nd series in a row, the Ravens will bring in the 6th offensive lineman, Ben Cleveland. He signals eligible receiver.
Number 66.
Can't fathom that they will throw the ball to Ben Cleveland.
He's going back out.
Yeah,
right now.
Neither can they, because they just took him back out of the game. And John Harbaugh has to burn a timeout.
Charge timeout.
So the Ravens had personnel confusion on 3rd and goal. And they have to take a timeout. You don't like to burn a timeout this early in the second half.
No, you don't want to burn the timeouts, but you do want to take advantage of this situation. So you want to make sure that you have the best play possible for your offense to get into the end zone.
Pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington. ESPN 630, the Sports Capital. Your home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, and UVA Sports.
3rd quarter of this afternoon's broadcast brought to you by Safeway. 13-3, Ravens lead it, 10-18 to play in the 3rd quarter. The Nate Wiggins interception return to the Cleveland 5 gave the Ravens 1st and goal. A Derrick Henry run for a yard, a Lamar Jackson run for a yard sets us now 3rd and goal from just inside the 3. Jackson in the shotgun, Henry to his right. 3 receivers bunched tight to the left. Browns with 7 defenders strung along the front. Lamar takes the snap, wants to throw under pressure, lobs end zone, deflected, and it falls incomplete. Oh, the Ravens were lucky on that one because Devin Bush got his hands on the ball, batted it up in the air, dove in to try to pick it off, and Tylan Wallace collided with him to prevent the end zone interception.
Yeah, that was very fortunate for the Ravens.
Now, how about this? 4th and goal, they're going for it. So offensive coordinator Todd Monken has to be quite confident of his play here. Lamar under center. Takes the snap. Rolls to the right. Look at end zone. Fires. Touchdown! Tez Walker! And the Ravens convert on 4th down.
Is that misdirection? Was that misdirection? Misdirection. 2 misdirection plays, and you got 2 touchdowns.
And just like that, the Ravens with 2 quick scores to start the second half. And they are an extra point away from a 17-point lead. Well, the lack of hesitancy in going for it on fourth down told me that Todd Monken had a play that he was sitting ready, that he was completely confident in.
And you like that. You like the confidence in your coach and the players.
Tyler Loop's extra point attempt is good. 10:09 to play, third quarter in Baltimore. It is the Ravens 20, the Browns 3 on the Ravens game day.
Sprinkler Fitters Local Union 669 needs career-minded individuals with experience in the fire protection industry immediately. Start making more money than you are right now with a pension, health care, and more. Apprentices can start making money right now, too, while you earn to learn a career in the fire protection industry with no student loans to pay off. Go to sprinklerfitters669.org. Fire protection saves lives, protects homes, schools, and workplaces. For a fulfilling and rewarding career saving lives in fire protection, go to sprinklerfitters669.org today.
Rising Sun, Maryland. Get ready for mayhem. Hot Rod Drag Week 2025, presented by Gear Vendors Overdrive. Powers into the Cecil County Dragway on Thursday, September 18th. It's full throttle racing as competitors push their builds to the limit. Watch it all live or grab your tickets on site to feel the fury up close. Details at hotrod.com/events. Hot Rod Drag Week, where legends are made.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Williams, and I want to share with you the role that diabetes has had in my family. I lost my grandmother at the early age of 64 due to complications with diabetes. She was warm, generous, and a constant encouragement for me to follow my heart. Did you know that African Americans experience chronic kidney disease at a rate that's 25% higher than white Americans? And we're almost 4 times more likely to develop kidney failure. Diabetes and high blood pressure are leading causes of kidney disease, which can result in kidney failure, needing dialysis, or a kidney transplant. The good news is that you have the power to check out how well your kidneys are doing and learn ways to prevent them from failing. So, go to your doctor and get yourself checked out. Visit linkbylovetv.org to learn more. Get the facts, get checked, and get healthy.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Nate Wiggins, interception and return to the 5, leads to the Ravens. 4th down touchdown. Lamar Jackson to Tez Walker. Walker's first touchdown of the season extends the Ravens' lead to 20-3. And Rod was saying, you've said it for the last 2 weeks, it looked like Nate Wiggins was just about ready to make the big play. Well, he made that big play, and he is our player profile, brought to you by Autumn Lake Healthcare. You sense that one, Rod. Here's the kick, bobbled at the 10 by Ford. He picks it up, crosses the 20, gets out to the 28-yard line, where Joe Flacco and the Browns go back to work. But the Ravens with 10 quick points here to start the second half. And now, Rod, the Ravens are in the position that they were in a week ago. In Buffalo, they had a 15-point second-half lead. Today, it's a 17-point second-half lead. But you have to now turn this into a far different outcome. And so you just can't give up big plays. So when you're in this situation as a defense, you got to make sure that you keep everything in front of you, keep taking advantage of it, keep getting the turnovers, and that's something they've done so far throughout this part of the game. Quinshon Judkins in the backfield, the rookie, has 7 carries for 26 yards. Flacco under center on first down to start the drive. Off the play fake. Flacco sets, throws across the middle, and it's pulled down by the rookie tight end, Harold Fannin, out at the midfield stripe. And Harold Fannin moves the Browns right down to the middle of the field with an absolutely acrobatic grab. The rookie out of Bowling Green had 7 receptions in week 1, the most for a rookie tight end ever in a week 1 performance. And he has been nothing shy of everything the Browns had hoped for when they used their 3rd-round pick on him this year. 1st and 10, Flacco again off the play fake, has time, check down pass, complete, but for a very short gain, as Judkins makes the tackle at the 48-yard line and is swallowed up immediately by Roquan Smith.
Roquan Smith is having an outstanding game, tackling everybody in space, running down receivers throughout this game.
That is his 10th tackle of the game. And we are at 9 minutes left in the third quarter.
They got to find a way to keep getting pressure on Joe Flacco.
On 2nd down and 6. Flacco will hand it off to Ford, and Ford is able to get inside the 45 down to the 43-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and a long one for Cleveland from there.
And you would have to think this is 2-down territory for the Browns. Down by 17 points. It's 3rd and 1. If you don't get it, go for it on 4th down on the Ravens side of the field.
Still a little far for Schmidt's field goal range. And you're right, with a 17-point margin, the Browns know they've got to make something happen here. Joe Flacco bunches 3 receivers tight to the left. Jerome Ford, the lone back. Flacco under center. 3rd down and a short 2. Gives to Ford, right side, bangs off a couple of tacklers, gets inside the 40, and picks up the 1st down before Tavius Robinson can bring him down. So Cleveland's offense quiets the crowd, and the Browns' drive continues with 7:46 left to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, they've always done a really good job of stopping the run, but one thing I would love to see Zach Orr do is sometime have run blitzes. You know they're going to go to that run situation on 3rd and short. You have some of those run blitzes, you can stop that and get them to 4th down.
Flacco sets under center, 1st and 10 Cleveland at the Ravens 39. Flacco play action rolls to the right, being chased and has to throw it incomplete as Adafe Owe was ready to just drop him to the turf. Flacco did have a receiver, Fannin, in the vicinity, but he took a hit from Adafe Owe.
Adafe Owe closed the gap really fast.
And the Ravens are going to need more big plays out of the likes of Adafe Owe because Kyle Van Noy has been ruled out for the remainder of this game with a hamstring injury. So for Van Noy, who is a veteran, 12-year veteran, a hamstring injury likely means a couple of weeks on the sideline. Flacco on 2nd down will throw out of the shotgun. Check down pass complete to Ford, and he's taken down to the 34-yard line. Again, Roquan Smith, that time aided by Teddy Buchanan. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 for Cleveland.
You need Owe, you need Robinson, you need Green, you need all those edge rushers to definitely step up to the plate, not having Kyle Van Noy.
On the edge right now, it'll be Tavius Robinson on the right side of the defense. Adafe Owe on the left side. 3rd down and 4 for Cleveland. 6:45 left in the third quarter. Ravens lead it 20-3. Flacco spreads 3 receivers to the left. Takes the snap. Escapes the pocket, running to the right. He'll get inside the 30, and he slides down with a 1st down at the 25-yard line. And a late flag thrown from the secondary. This might be a late hit. Flacco had given himself up with the slide. And the back judge threw a late flag after Marlon Humphrey came in and made contact.
Number 44. After this is to the goal, automatic. 1st down.
Yeah, that's what they called in the National Football League today. You got to make sure once the quarterback gives himself up, that's the one position they're going to protect.
And that penalty, along with the Flacco scramble, is going to put the ball deep in the Old Bay red zone for Cleveland as they spot the ball at the Ravens' 12-yard line. A mistake from Marlon Humphrey gives Cleveland a great opportunity.
After replay assist, there was no forcible contact to the head-neck area. Therefore, there is no foul.
And now the booth assist is picking up the flag. The booth assist is saying Humphrey did not hit Flacco late. I don't know what I'm watching anymore. I'm watching that replay. To me, I said you're going to get I thought you could see a flag here because Flacco had given himself up, at which point the play is dead. You can't make contact. Marlon Humphrey made contact.
You try to figure out how do you coach your players from here on out, and what does it consider being a late hit on the quarterback if he gives himself up.
It's 1st and 10 Cleveland at the Ravens 25 after the Flacco scramble. He'll hand it off to Jerome Ford, and Ford is taken down after a short gain to about the 23-yard line. Travis Jones on the stop. I have no idea what I'm looking at anymore.
I mean, it's hard to figure out what each set of refs are going to call week in and week out.
And it's the booth that's making the calls on these today.
Right.
The touchdown for DeAndre Hopkins, that wasn't a touchdown. The penalty on Marlon Humphrey, that wasn't a penalty. You got me. 2nd down and 7 for the Browns. Flacco in the shotgun. Has Ford to his left. Takes the snap. Ravens rush 4. Flacco looks left. Now he under pressure. Scrambling to the right. And has to get rid of the ball as Tavius Robinson was closing in. And that sets up a 3rd down and 7 for Cleveland.
It's a great opportunity for the Ravens to put them in field goal situation, but also have an opportunity to get a sack or a turnover here on 3rd down.
Look, Joe Flacco at 40 years old has never been what you would call a brilliant runner, but he's still able to extend plays.
Absolutely.
And he keeps Cleveland's offense alive here with a 3rd down and 7 as he avoided the sack on 2nd down. And a timeout taken as the Ravens take a 2nd timeout.
Going to go. Charles timeout. Baltimore, their 2nd. It will be 30 seconds.
So clearly a personnel confusion as the Ravens defense wants to end this Cleveland drive, but the Ravens now have burned 2 of their 3 timeouts in the 3rd quarter.
And I know they're up 17, and the fans are saying, it really doesn't matter because we're up 17 points, but you really just never know how the game is going to unfold, and you want to make sure that if you need timeouts on the backstretch of the game, that you have some.
But now the Ravens will only have 1.
But you also want to put your defense or offense in the best position, so if you need to use a timeout, use it.
Browns will bunch 3 receivers to the right. Now they'll bring Jerry Jeudy in motion. They'll set him wide to the left. Flacco in the shotgun. On 3rd down and 7. He takes the snap, looks to the right, fires over the middle, complete to Fannin. Tackled inside the 20, shy of the 1st down. Terrific play by the Ravens defense to not give up the 1st down to the rookie tight end.
The field is an incomplete forward pass.
Harold Fannin. And Kevin Stefanski is going to bring his kicking team on. Corey Bohorquez, the punter, will be the holder. He hobbles on.
Yeah, the Ravens has to make sure they don't jump off sides.
Andre Schmidt will attempt a 41-yard kick. He hit in the first half from 38.
To 5:30. 5:30 on the game clock, please.
Schmidt from the right hash mark, a 41-yard try. And now a red challenge flag thrown by Kevin Stefanski. He is obviously challenging the spot of that last play's conclusion.
Cleveland is challenging the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass. We'll review the play.
It wasn't an incomplete. Oh, so they ruled the last one incomplete. We'll find out after this Coach's Challenge, brought to you by Goal Vision. 23. Ravens lead it. 5:30 to play. 3rd quarter on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo, the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download the Club Citgo app today.
Some things never go out of style, like trust, reliability, and driving a Toyota. Take the legendary Camry, defined by comfort and performance, or the smart and efficient Corolla, built to move you forward with style. Need muscle? The powerful Tundra is ready for big jobs and even bigger adventures. And the bold Tacoma, built to take on trails, highways, and everything in between. Hurry in. Offers end September 30th. Toyota, let's go places.
When the Ravens take the field, Baltimore stands united. And just like your favorite team, APG Federal Credit Union is built on trust, teamwork, and hometown pride. Whether you're saving for season tickets or tackling your next big goal, APG Federal Credit Union has your back with great rates, local service, and a game plan for your financial future. Join the team that's proud to cheer for the Ravens and proud to serve you. APG Federal Credit Union, serving Baltimore City and Baltimore, Hartford, and Cecil counties. Federally insured by NCUA.
Around here, there are two kinds of chicken. Royal Farms world-famous chicken and everything else. What's the difference? Royal Farms chicken is always fresh. It's hand-dipped in a secret recipe of herbs and spices and cooked on the spot right in the store. Chicken from anywhere else? Who knows? Hungry for some hot and delicious chicken? Get some Royal Farms world-famous chicken. It's one of a kind. And don't forget the Western fries. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
Third quarter, brought to you by Safeway.
And upon review, the pass to Harold Fannin is ruled a completion to the 19-yard line. Actually, they're going to spot it at the 18-yard line, which sets up a 4th and 3 for Cleveland. The Browns have brought their offense back on the field, and they will go for it on 4th and 3. Flacco in the shotgun has Jerome Ford to his left. 2 receivers to the right inside the numbers, 2 receivers to the left. Flacco takes the snap, drops the throw, sets his feet, fires inside the 5. It's broken up.
No way.
And then caught. You've got to be kidding me. Cedric Tillman, on a ball that appeared to have been deflected, catches it for a touchdown. As the Browns convert on 4th down, the Ravens had all kind of traffic in front of that ball.
Oh, Marlon Humphrey
gets a hand on it. It flutters up in the air after Humphrey has his hands on it, and it floats right into the hands of Cedric Tillman. You talk about deja vu. We saw a play just like that in Buffalo last week.
You gotta catch the ones that come your way.
So on 4th down, the Browns climb back into this game on a pass deflected by Marlon Humphrey, a ball he should have caught. Instead, it's Cedric Tillman who makes the catch. And now Andre Schmidt on for the extra point attempt. Schmidt's kick is up, and it is good. 5:02 left to play in the third quarter. It's the Ravens 20, the Browns 10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
This Ravens radio broadcast on ESPN 630 is presented in part by Miller Lite.
Chris Domine is a husband and a father. Chris is an athlete. Chris is even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris was facing a very different story because his kidneys were failing.
Basically, the doctor said, if you don't get a kidney transplant and if you don't do dialysis, you are going to die.
Fortunately, Chris received a second chance at life, made possible by an organ donor.
You know, your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
More than 100 million people in America are registered organ, eye, and tissue donors. People of every age and ethnicity, because they believe it's the right thing to do. Imagine what you can make possible by leaving behind the gift of life. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
There are places with people in this world that are without any hope. That is, until Mercy Ships arrives. Mercy Ships is a place restoring sight to the blind, healing to the deformed, acceptance and help to the outcast, and love to the brokenhearted.
And many times you can almost see the life coming back into them. Can't beat that.
Mercy Ships is the largest floating civilian hospital in the world, staffed with some of the most skilled volunteer medical professionals and crew. Mercy Ships brings hope, healing, and love to the lost and forgotten in the world. To learn more, go to mercyships.org today.
So Cleveland climbs back in it. The Ravens lead cut to 10, 20-10. On a play where Marlon Humphrey had a couple of different ways he could have made that play. He could have either secured the catch Or, since it's fourth down, just knock the ball down. Instead, he knocks the ball up into the hands of Cedric Tillman. Joe Flacco gets the touchdown throw.
I mean, he thought he was going to have the interception, but your veterans have to make those type of plays when they come their way.
Schmidt's kick will be fielded at the 2, brought by Wallace along the 15, 20, 25, 30. And Tyler Wallace will get out to the 34-yard line, giving Lamar Jackson and the offense a chance to see if they can't get a third score here in the third quarter. Meanwhile, the mood at the stadium has changed dramatically. It's almost like PTSD because of what Ravens fans and players went through last week. All of a sudden, you kind of feel the fear settle in on everybody, which is why if the offense can put together a scoring drive, it'll change the vibe back in a positive direction.
Absolutely. I mean, Lamar in this offense needs to go out there and have some control the clock, march down the field, and score another touchdown.
Zay Flowers will come in motion on first down. Lamar will throw to Flowers. Gets a nice block, crosses the 35-40. Flag is thrown as Flowers gets out to the 47-yard line, rather.
Pass interference. Offense, number 16. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
So we'll take another look at this, Rod. They're calling Tyler Wallace for a pick play.
Yeah, he made contact as a blocker before the ball, especially if the ball's behind the line of scrimmage. You have to wait until the ball's received.
They're showing it on the big screen.
It's very close. And those are the type of plays that you always got to question as a coach. And the fans are even questioning.
John Harbaugh's letting the side judge know his displeasure, but that does not change the fact that the Ravens face a 1st and 20. Ball at their 24. Lamar fakes the inside handoff to Derrick Henry. Under pressure, steps up, jukes a couple of tacklers coming near side 30. He'll get out of bounds at the 35-yard line before Devin Bush can bang him out. But Lamar Jackson gets back.
It's a flag.
Most of the yards on the previous play penalty. And now let's see what this flag is about. 2 of them thrown at midfield.
Holding. Defense, number 26. 5-yard penalty at the end of the play. Automatic. First down.
And that's the key part there. The last part of that phrase, automatic first down. So the defensive hold comes on Miles Harden after Lamar Jackson extended the play.
And it makes it troubling for any defense to cover somebody when Lamar Jackson can get out of the pocket and extend plays.
1st and 10 Ravens at their 40. Lamar and company working from our left to right. Jackson takes the snap in the shotgun. Quick throw near side. Zay Flowers makes the catch. Toe taps both feet in bounds. And will be able to get 5 yards on the play as the Ravens will move the ball to the 45.
Yeah, they need to control the clock for the rest of this third quarter and move down the field and make some positive plays. And then if they start creeping back up, then try to take a shot over the top of this defense.
3:42 left in the third quarter. Ravens operating on a 2nd and 5. Ball is at the 45-yard line of the Ravens. Mark Andrews comes in motion, set to the right. Quick toss, Derrick Henry, left side. Breaks a couple of tackles, picks up a first down as he gets down to Cleveland territory at the Browns' 48-yard line before Mason Graham can make the stop. It's the longest run of the day for Derrick Henry.
Yeah, the old toss crack. The old sweep.
And again, just taking advantage of the aggressiveness off the edge.
They're closing the gaps inside, and they're challenging them to run outside. And that time they got outside with that sweep, and Derrick Henry got the first down.
1st and 10 Ravens at the Browns' 47. Browns showing blitz pressure. And they bring it. Lamar pulls the handoff. Under pressure, hit, and he's sacked back at the 42-yard line. Devin Bush came from the inside linebacker position. And the Ravens unable to pick up the blitz pressure. And the offense gets backed up into a 2nd and 18 with 2:28 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, I know the fans see a play action, so to speak. But a real play action pass is when the quarterback is under center, getting those defenders to step with the running back, and then Lamar can pull it out of there and take some shots down the field.
Third sack of the day for Cleveland. Lamar now on a 2nd and long, 2nd and 19. Sends the shot Bateman in motion. Lamar takes the snap in the shotgun, throws quickly, complete. Out near midfield. That's Justice Hill. He'll be stopped just shy of the midfield stripe. And the Ravens will be looking at a 3rd and long. It'll be 3rd and about 13 with 1:45 left to play in the third quarter.
And you got to believe that Cleveland's going to run some type of soft zone. Those receivers have to get past the first down marker and is set in those zones, and Lamar has to have enough time to find them.
Lamar will spread it out. 2 receivers wide to the right. 1 wide of the numbers to the left. Jackson in the shotgun. Browns with 5 along the defensive front. They rush 5. Lamar backpedaling. Flush from the pocket, running to the right. Stiff arms a man, throws near sideline. Caught by Zay Flowers. What an effort coming back to that ball. And that is good for a first down at the Cleveland 34. A sensational job by Lamar to extend the play. He had a Browns defender draped on him as he threw the ball. And Zay Flowers eats up ground coming back to that ball to make the catch and extend the drive.
For Lamar Jackson to be able to throw the ball 20 yards down the field when the defensive tackle draped on his back is amazing.
He had Malik Collins trying to pull him to the turf and somehow throws the ball complete. 1st and 10 Ravens, 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Give us to Henry right side, and the King has nowhere to go. He is gang tackled by 5 Cleveland Browns for no gain. I mean, the zone stretch is not working against Cleveland as the Ravens are going to let the clock wind down and move on to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, anytime you have a penetrating defensive front, to run those inside-outside zones is very tough because they're getting up the field and they're taking those lanes away from you.
3 quarters in the books with the Ravens in front, 20-10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
For 20 years, the Ravens have chosen MedStar Health as their medical team, trusting us to provide winning care on and off the field. We're proud to be the team behind your team for every training camp, every game, and every playoff run, every time. So why do the Ravens and the flock trust MedStar Health? Because after 20 years together, there's nothing we can't tackle. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Wawa hoagies are a winning pick for game day. Every hoagie is built to order with the ingredients you crave. Choose your favorite, like a toasty cheesesteak, meatball, or Italian. There's a hoagie for every mood and every appetite. Order ahead for pickup or delivery on the Wawa app. Planning for the game? Wawa Catering has you covered. Make your game day a winner with Wawa hoagies, snacks, and drinks. Order ahead at wawacatering.com. Wawa is the official hoagie of the Baltimore Ravens.
On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea hard iced tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea hard iced tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Fourth quarter, brought to you by Toyota.
And the fourth quarter begins with the Ravens in front, leading Cleveland 20-10, looking at a 2nd and 8. The ball is at the Browns' 32. The Ravens will now be moving from our right to left in the direction of the Russell Street end zone.
This is another great opportunity. You're in field goal range, but you want to keep your foot on the gas. You got all the fourth quarter. We know what happened last week. score more points, get another touchdown.
Ravens will spread it out. 2 receivers either side. Lamar drops the throw. Quick release. Complete. Zay Flowers at the 20-yard line. Taken down there. And that is good for a Ravens first down. Let's get you caught up on some other games. Fourth quarter scores all. Bengals and Jags are tied at 24. Joe Burrow has been knocked out of that game with a toe injury, and he is ruled out for the rest of the game. Bills walloping the Jets 30-3. 49ers lead the Saints 19-14. Seahawks lead the Steelers 24-14. Cowboys in front of the Giants 20-16. First and 10 Ravens. Ball at the Browns 20. Power I formation. Quick toss. Derrick Henry left side. He's at the 15 and taken down there. Looked like he had an alley, but the aggressive Browns defense prevents him from getting all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, it looked like Delpit did a really good job of cumbering under the block, blowing it up, and Derrick Henry just hit the backside leg of his blocker.
Derrick Henry, 9 carries for 22 yards, averaging 2.4 yards a carry. I'll give you an idea of how aggressive this Browns defense has been today. Zay Flowers comes in motion. Lamar will keep it, running to the right, trying to extend the play. Throws, deflected, batted in the air, and it falls incomplete. Grant Delpit got a hand on the ball, but a penalty flag is down, and the preliminary signal is against Cleveland.
And if they wouldn't have tipped that, Mark Andrews was wide open.
Referee Brad Allen with a call.
Pass interference, offense number 89. The penalty is third down.
The preliminary signal was against Cleveland. Well, now we know why Mark Andrews was so wide open. Boy, it's a ticky-tacky call, by the way. Got a hand on Grant Delpit, but you can add it to the list of just head scratchers.
The offensive pass interference will be administered 10 yards, and it's second down.
That makes... I don't understand that one. I'm confused by the way they're calling this game.
I no longer know what I'm looking at.
I'm just like... Unless I didn't see the route right, I'm confused.
The penalty backs the Ravens up.
So Mark Andrews got penalized for being thrown on the ground? Okay, I'm still trying to learn football, I guess.
The mysteries of life. 2nd and 14. Lamar wants to throw, has time. Lost it for the end zone. He's got a man open. Touchdown, Ravens. Tez Walker, his second of the day.
That was a great pass by Lamar Jackson. Enough air under the ball. Let Tez adjust to it, see it, and get to the ball for a touchdown.
The first multi-touchdown game of Tez Walker's young career. And the Ravens saw something in their film study because Tez Walker started today's game, which we don't usually see. So Todd Monken saw some mismatch that he wanted to exploit, and he has done that today. Tyler Loop's extra point try, good. 13:26 to play in the ball game. It's the Ravens 27, the Browns 10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Let's go! Safeway is your headquarters for tailgating. This season, when you're preparing for the next Ravens game, make sure to pick up all your favorite Ravens products, including Coca-Cola and Frank's Red Hot. Stop by your nearest Safeway or have your order delivered right to your doorstep. And don't forget to check out the Tailgaters page at BaltimoreRavens.com for tailgating special offers, contests, and recipes. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek. Looking for a smarter way to do your banking? At APG Federal Credit Union, you're the MVP. We're not for profit, so you get lower fees, better rates, and a team that puts you first. No fine print, just hometown service with real heart. So while the Ravens crush it on the field, you can crush your financial goals. Visit apgfcu.com and become a member today. That's apgfcu.com. Serving Baltimore City and Baltimore, Harford, and Cecil counties. Federally insured by NCUA.
Football is here. The snacks are out, the games are on, and your lucky jersey remains unwashed. But it's just not football season until you've played Ravens scratch-offs for the Maryland Lottery. Play now for a chance to win up to $200,000 instantly. You can also enter non-winning tickets into second chance drawings for chances to win $10,000. Season tickets for 20 years or a trip for 2 to Cincinnati for an away game. Kick off some fun with Ravens scratch-offs. Please play responsibly.
Of the afternoon to Tez Walker, a 24-yard throw and catch extends the Ravens' lead to 27-10. The fourth quarter of this afternoon's broadcast is brought to you by Toyota. Jerry Sandusky and Hall of Famer Rod Woodson with you. All right, Rod, the Ravens have exactly what they wanted. A fourth quarter, double-digit lead, time to put it away.
Absolutely. Defense got to go out there, make some plays against this Cleveland Browns offense.
Tyler Luke's kick, returned by Jerome Ford out to about the 29-yard line. That's where Joe Flacco and the Browns go to work.
But that last play, the touchdown play, was a really good play design. Because Zay Flowers comes in motion. As he comes in motion, he runs a speed out. Takes the corner away. The safety stays inside at Ted Walker. He just runs a 7-cut, and Lamar throws it away from him.
And the 7-cut is the downfield and then angle to the back flag.
For the back flag, and you're going to catch it about 20, 25 yards down the field. They're expecting that defense.
So the 7-cut is the prime cut for Tez Walker. Here's Judkins on first down, running off right guard and tackle. Quinshon Judkins will get out across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Marlon Humphrey there on the stop. 13:05 left to play in the game. The Ravens, for a second week in a row, with a double-digit fourth-quarter lead. It was 15 points a week ago in Buffalo. It's 17 points today. You know what the Buffalo outcome was, and you know what the Ravens have focused on all week. They have the chance to do it here. Quick toss complete near side. That's Sampson on the receiving end. And he is taken down at the 41-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down. The Ravens focused. They talked about it. They practiced it all week, Rod, getting in these situations and getting to a different outcome.
Yeah, and you have to make tackles. You're going to play a softer zone because you're trying to keep everything in front of you. But when you come up, everybody has to rally to the ball and tackle the ball in space.
Ravens with a 5-man defensive front, one deep safety. Flacco drops to throw. Under pressure, flush from the pocket, check down pass complete. Flag is down as the ball carrier is tackled at the 45-yard line by Teddy Buchanan. But this one is going to be holding on Cleveland.
Holding. Offense, number 72. 10-yard penalty. First down.
And the left tackle, KT Leviston, just threw a hook around Adafe Owe.
He grabbed the top part of the shoulder pads. That's just too noticeable for the ref not to throw the flag.
And there's no debate about it. It was right in front of the referee. That one was no mystery at all. Adafe Owe frustrated because he had a clear sight line to Joe Flacco and a sure sack. But the Ravens will let the penalty back the Browns up into a 1st and 20 at the Cleveland 31. Browns moving from our left to right in the direction of the Federal Hill end zone. Flacco takes the snap, drops the throw. Check down pass complete. That's good to Judkins. He gets to the 35-40, and he is tripped up there by Roquan Smith, taken down at the 41-yard line.
A check down shouldn't get 10 yards. And so that's the rallying point from all your defensive players. All 11 guys have to come back to the ball and get the ball carried down.
It is 2nd and 9 after the 11-yard gain. Flacco out of the empty backfield looking to throw. Quick toss over the middle. Complete to the 45 and out to the midfield stripe. Just shy of the first down is Jerry Jeudy. He sets up a 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, I mean, you want to play defense where you keep everything in front of you, but you don't want to play so soft that you allow them just to make easy throws for 9 to 10 yards at a chunk.
Well, here the Browns only need 1 yard to pick up the first down. Dylan Sampson, the lone back. Flacco under center. 3rd down and 1 at midfield. Give us the Sampson running left side. He's got a hole. He's got a first down as Roquan Smith drops him to the turf at the Ravens 48. Big hit from Roquan, but not before the Browns move the chains with 10:20 left to play in the ball game. And the Ravens operating with a 17-point lead.
And what you want from your defense, you had them 1st and goal, or 1st and 20, and you let them get the first down. And that's something that you want to get better at as a defense. You want to make sure when those situations occur that you can put your foot on them and not let them get a first down and punt the ball to your offense.
Ravens bring blitz pressure off the edge. Flacco throws far sideline. He just chucked that one into the bench area because he saw the pressure coming and he had no way to avoid it. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Well, despite the enormous heartbreak of the season opening loss that the Ravens endured last week in Buffalo, they're leaning on a healthy piece of history as they came back here today for the home opener. And that is the fact that the Ravens under John Harbaugh have the best record in the NFL the week after a loss. Under Harbaugh, they have won 65% of their games the week after a loss. Flacco to throw on 2nd down. Quick release, far sideline. Jerry Jeudy has it for a first down as he bunny hops out of bounds at the Ravens' 32-yard line, just enough to move the chains. 9:45 left to play in the game.
And if Joe Flacco was taking 2 steps, getting rid of the football, not allowing the rush to get there, the rushers have to get their hands up in the air and try to get some tips.
Flacco continues to operate out of the gun. Roquan Smith creeps up along the line, shows blitz. Now he steps back. No, he's coming now. Flacco lofts it, far sideline. He's got Jeudy there. He can't make the catch. He led Jerry Jeudy a step too far. Cheeto Awuzie had good coverage, and that'll make it 2nd and 10 for the Browns with 9:15 left to play.
Yeah, Awuzie has played extremely well the first 2 games for the Ravens. Really good pickup in free agency.
Jair Alexander, a healthy scratch today after he struggled in the season opening game with very limited reps in training camp because of injuries. Flacco on 2nd down to throw, lofts it complete to Ford out of the backfield, and he is taken out of bounds as Teddy Buchanan was right there along with rookie Malachi Starks. And he puts the Browns down into a 3rd down and 6. 2 rookies converging at the running back with the reception. Ron, you like the poise I've seen from both Teddy Buchanan and Malachi Starks here early in their career.
Absolutely. You like to see these young players get the reps, go out there and play. At the end of the day, they're just playing football. They've been playing since they've been 10 years old.
3rd down and 6 for the Browns. Obvious 4-down territory. Flacco out of the gun. Sends 3 receivers on the routes. He pumps once, slings it near side, incomplete. He wanted Cedric Tillman, but Cheeto Awuzie had perfect coverage on the play, and now the Browns face a 4th down with 8:33 left to play in the game, and the Ravens defense with a shot at a knockout here.
Yeah, in the play before that, they ran a cat blitz, which is the corner from the short side of the field, which was Awuzie, came on the blitz, allowed Malachi Stark to rotate down with Teddy Buchanan to make the play on the sideline.
4th down and 6 for the Browns. Ball at the Ravens 33. Ravens lead it by 17. Joe Flacco in the shotgun takes the snap. Ravens rush 4. Pocket collapsing. Flacco hit. He is sacked. Ball comes loose. Picked up. Roquan Smith in midfield. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. Roquan to the 20. Roquan, touchdown Ravens. And with 8:18 left to play, the Hayes in the barn.
Rowe was running. I didn't know he was that fast.
Tavius Robinson forced the fumble, and Roquan Smith, who has had a sensational afternoon, takes it to the house. The question now is, will the fumble stand? I think it should.
The field of a fumble is under further review.
Oh.
The ball looks like it's coming loose before Flacco's knee hits the ground. Now, that's what I'm seeing. Rod, you tell me what you're seeing.
Ooh, that's close.
Remember,
but
it was called a fumble.
They called a fumble here, so it's close. I mean, they can go back and they're going to stop it frame by frame. They need to stop it as soon as his knee hits.
Because they called it a fumble, the play should stand.
Man, I tell you what, that was real close. It's so close, you can't see if the ball's coming out.
And remember, by rule, there has to be clear evidence to overturn a call. But we've also said we don't know what we're watching sometimes today with some of the booth calls.
I mean, it looked like he lost control of the ball before his knee hit. It's like, okay, the ball is in his, it looked like does he have control of it? Ooh, that is really close. That's really close.
Brad Allen, the referee, continues to watch the replay.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
And the ruling stands. And now you can celebrate your Sunday as the Ravens extend their lead to 33-10 with the extra point pending.
All right, the hay staying in the barn.
You better believe it. And that's the exact kind of play this team needed.
Absolutely.
After seeing a 15-point lead evaporate last week, the Ravens wanted a situation where they had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, and they could execute a different outcome, and that's what they do there. The Browns on 4th down and 6. Flacco is sacked. Tavius Robinson gets the strip sack. And Roquan Smith.
Rowe is running pretty fast.
Takes it to the house. Rowe with the go.
Rowe was running like he was getting chased by one of his brothers or something, or one of his friends back in the day.
I mean, Roquan Smith is having a day. 13 tackles, 2 quarterback hits, 3 tackles for loss, and a fumble return for a touchdown. That is an all-pro afternoon right there.
It is. Rowe looked like he ran track back in the day.
That was a motivated run.
I just made that comment. Dan, our spotter, said he looked at me like, no, he did not run track. He was not an Olympic sprinter.
Large man track. I'll tell you what he was. He was smart because the only guy who had a shot at getting him early on was Brown's offensive lineman. And you know from experience, if an offensive lineman prevents you from getting a touchdown on a fumble recovery, you are getting roasted in the film room.
Yes, you are.
And Rowe was not about to let that happen. So Tyler Loop on for the extra point try. Loop's kick is good. 8:19 left to play in the ball game, and the Ravens have this one completely in control now as they lead it 34-10. So John Harbaugh's track record remains the same. The best team in the NFL in the last 18 years following a loss. For Kevin Stefanski, his 6th season as the Browns head coach, this will be the first time Cleveland has started a season 0-2. Roquan Smith showing off the speed on the fumble return for a touchdown as Tavius Robinson came up with the Ravens' 2nd sack of the afternoon, forcing the fumble on Joe Flacco. Well, as we take a look at late fourth quarter scores, Jaguars continue to lead the Bengals by a field goal, 27-24, with 6 minutes to play in Cincinnati. Joe Burrow knocked out of that game with a toe injury. Meanwhile, under 2 minutes to play in Pittsburgh, and the Seahawks lead the Steelers 31-17. Tyler Loop's kick will be fielded by Jerome Ford at the 5. Brings it across the 15, 20. Spun down at the 25-yard line. Well, if you're the Cleveland Browns, you do stick with Joe Flacco at quarterback. A little bit surprised to see that.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that in this situation that you would give some of your young quarterbacks that you have on the roster, and would have to be Gabriel because he's a backup, the opportunity to get in there and get some reps.
This would be the time to do it. Kevin Stefanski will stick with Joe Flacco. His comeback game. First game back in Baltimore since the 2018 season. Flacco in the shotgun to start the drive. Obviously all passing downs now. Quick release. Pass complete out to the 32-yard line. That's the tight end David Njoku on the receiving end. Flacco spent 11 years with the Ravens after being the first pick in the 2008 draft for the Ravens, 18th player taken overall. Of John Harbaugh's 172 regular season wins, 96 of them happened with Joe Flacco at quarterback. Browns go to the ground game, and Dylan Sampson will pick up the first down.
Joe Cool.
Talking with Coach, Rod and I were down there before the game talking with the coach, and I brought up the fact that this is the one time in your entire career you're going to coach in a game where you've had tremendous success with both quarterbacks. And you could tell he did not want to think about that. Flacco throws complete across the 40-yard line. Jerry Jeudy taken off his feet by Kyle Hamilton after a gain to the 42. Pick up 6 on the play. Time continues to come off the clock. And as a head coach, in week 2, coming off of a loss in week 1, you just don't have the luxury to kind of ponder all the interesting historical significances of the game. But there will be a time when John Harbaugh can reflect on that. It's a pretty impressive thing.
It will be.
Flacco's pass complete. Look out. Jerome Ford is drilled by Nate Wiggins, and he'll lose a couple of yards on the play. Flacco lofted the ball to Jerome Ford and nearly got him destroyed.
I mean, they took that whole 180 pounds and put it on him.
I mean, he knocked Jerome Ford off his feet. It's 3rd down and 5 for the Browns with the ball at the Cleveland 41. Flacco on 3rd down, pumps once. Now he scrambles to the right, extending the play, and he has to just throw the ball incomplete at the feet of Jerome Ford. It is 4th down and 5.
Great cover by Trent Simpson, going out to the flat with him, not giving any room for his guy he's covering.
Dylan Sampson will check in on 4th down. And Kevin Stefanski, who has taken over play calling this year in Cleveland, is going to have to dial up something for Joe Flacco to keep the offense on the field. The Ravens defense looking for another one of those big plays that we saw at the end of the last Cleveland possession. 4th down and 5. Flacco to throw out of the shotgun and a whistle blown just prior.
Delay a game.
Prior to the snap. Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
So the Browns step in it and make their life a little bit more difficult. Now 4th and 10 coming up. Well, if you're the Cleveland Browns, you're en route to your first 0-2 start under Kevin Stefanski. We've been talking about the broadcast of the intertwined nature of football between our two cities, Cleveland and Baltimore. The last time the Browns won a championship was back in 1964. The team they beat, the Baltimore Colts.
It is a small world.
Flacco on 4th and 10. Ravens rush 4. Pocket collapsing. Flacco zings it. Batted down. Incomplete. T.J. Tampa knocked down a ball that was intended for Jerry Jeudy, and the offense takes over on downs.
Love seeing that play by T.J. Tampa, who squeezed that outside dig route, which is a deep in cut, all the way through and batted that ball down.
T.J. Tampa getting the reps in place of Jair Alexander today. And he makes a great play on 4th down. And now the Ravens have the ball at the Cleveland 36-yard line. Power I formation. Mitchell Payton in front of Derrick Henry. Lamar under center. He'll give it to Henry. Running to the left. Not a lot there. Cuts inside the numbers. That'll be taken down after a gain of about 2. Derrick Henry, 10 carries for 24 yards today.
Yeah, they did a really good job of stymieing the run game of the Ravens. Because they put 8 in the box. They said, hey, we want you to throw it down the field. Show us that you can throw it down the field consistently.
And Lamar did. 18 of 28 passing, 202 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 of them to Tez Walker. The third to Tylan Wallace. On 2nd and 8, Lamar out of the gun. He'll throw. Lobs it near sideline. It sails high and incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. DeAndre Hopkins was the target, and he got tangled up with Cam Mitchell.
Pass interference. Defense number 29. By rule, the ball is placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
So the officials who took a touchdown away from DeAndre Hopkins give the Ravens a first down on the interference against DeAndre Hopkins. It was Cam Mitchell who was all over D-Hop. That gives the Ravens a 1st and 10 inside the Browns' 25-yard line with 5.5 minutes left to play. Again, the power I formation. Give us to Henry. Starts right, cuts back to the left, but runs right into the arms of about 5 Browns tacklers, led by Mason Graham, the first-round draft pick out of Cleveland.
Yeah, I love the Ravens getting in that 13 personnel, which is 3 tight ends, 1 running back, and 1 receiver, and trying to pound it. I would still like to see some counters because they are so aggressive getting up the field.
Browns have limited the Ravens to 50 yards rushing. But the Ravens lead it 34-10. Lamar from the gun will throw. Lofts it near sideline. Looking for Hopkins. End zone.
That's a good one.
Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins, and they're not going to overrule that one.
He has great hands.
It's unbelievable. And Lamar clearly trusts him because Lamar just put a loft on that ball and then lets Hopkins make the move on the ball.
Did you see how he got on top of the DB? As soon as he got on top of the DB, he cut him off. That's what great receivers do. You don't let the receiver get back or the DB get back in position to make a play on the ball.
And for a second week in a row, the Ravens put up 40 points. There's already tremendous trust between Lamar Jackson and DeAndre Hopkins. Lamar knows he's just got to get it in the neighborhood, and Hopkins is going to make the play. Tyler Loop's extra point attempt is good. 4:43 left to play, week 2, and the Ravens are just putting it on the Browns now, 41-10. And that's the difference. You can't get a lead in this league and think you can hold it. You've got to get a lead in this league and extend it.
So D-Hop has 64. He needed 47 yards to surpass Jason Witten for the 20th most receiving yards in NFL history, and he's done so.
So DeAndre Hopkins continues to inch his way forward in the record books, and the Ravens will inch their way forward into the standings. We pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington. ESPN 630, the sports capital. Your home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, and UVA Sports.
And the fourth quarter of this afternoon's broadcast is brought to you by Toyota. 41-10, Ravens in front of the Browns, as the Ravens are sending the message that, yes, they can handle a double-digit fourth-quarter lead. Tyler Loop not messing around. He'll just kick that one in and out of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the defense has done its job, forcing a couple of turnovers as Dylan Gabriel now comes on to play quarterback for the first time in his young NFL career. Joe Flacco's day and the return to Baltimore, not celebratory for Joe or the Browns. Flacco 25 of 45, 199 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He just does not have the weaponry to work against this Ravens defense.
No, they've played really good football throughout, and the back end have made some plays throughout this game.
And Dylan Gabriel, who looks tiny as he approaches the line, listed at 5'11". He'll hand it off on first down. As Quinshon Judkins will break the line, gets on across midfield. He's to the Ravens 40, finally dragged down from behind by Malachi Starks, but not until he gets all the way down to the Ravens 35-yard line.
I mean, one bright spot for this offense has been Junkins. He has done a great job coming from Ohio State, make some plays for him. And you got to think they're not going to put Gabriel in a lot of bad situations since he's coming in there late in the game.
Gabriel steps back into the shotgun. Inside handoff. And this one won't net yards as Judkins has to struggle to get back close to the line of scrimmage. And that time, Aeneas Peebles making the stop. Second down and 10 coming up. 3:46 left to play in the ball game. This one is heading to the win column for the Ravens as they lead it 41-10. And now a chance for some young defensive players to get some game time. Ruben Lowry in at safety, along with Sanusi Kane on the back end of the defense. And the handoff goes to Ford. And Ford works his way down to the 28-yard line, where it will be third down for Cleveland with 3:15 left to play. So you're talking about the reps for a young quarterback for Cleveland, but Rod, great rep opportunities here for Sanusi Kane as well as for Ruben Lowry in the safety position.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you can get your guys into the game, get them some reps, it can pay off at the end of the season if they have to go in critical moments.
Here's Dylan Gabriel, his first throw. The lefty slings it complete for a first down. Jamari Thrash makes the catch. Ball came loose at the end, but that was after Keon Martin made the tackle. The play had been whistled dead, so Keon Martin getting reps at corner. And Cleveland will move the chains with a first down with 2:32 left to play in the ball game. And the Browns have it at the Ravens' 22-yard line.
You love what you're seeing today by the Ravens team. Offense, defense.
Now they want to make sure the defense with young secondary members closes this game out on a positive vein. Delayed handoff. Ford steps down to the 15-yard line. They'll get about 7 on the play. And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in Baltimore in Week 2 with the Ravens in front of the Browns. 41-10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
We hope you never need us, but if you're ever injured in an accident, we'll handle everything with trusted guidance and personal attention so you can focus on what matters most, your recovery. Rice Law. Best advice, call Rice.
RiceLawMD.com.
When someone treats you like family, you remember it. That's why so many clients send their loved ones to Rice Law, because we don't just handle cases, we take them personally. Rice Law. Best advice, call Rice.
RiceLawMD.com.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
You're not just a homeowner. You're also a bug in the basement with a frightening number of legs, owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Visit MidAtlanticComfort.com and bring home a new American Standard heating and cooling unit, rated the highest in customer satisfaction year after year. Built to a higher standard, American Standard Heating and Cooling, and MidAtlanticComfort.com. That's MidAtlanticComfort.com.
For 20 years, the Ravens have chosen MedStar Health as their medical team, trusting us to provide winning care on and off the field. We're proud to be the team behind your team. For every training camp, every game, and every playoff run, every time. So why do the Ravens and the flock trust MedStar Health? Because after 20 years together, there's nothing we can't tackle. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Fourth quarter, brought to you by Toyota.
2 minutes left to play in week 2 with the Ravens in command, leading 41-10. And now it's time for young players to try to finish this one up strong. As we see Sanusi Kane, Keon Martin. In the back end is Reuben Lowry. TJ Tampa is one of the corners, so some of the backups getting valuable reps here. And the pass complete. Down to the 10-yard line is Isaiah Booth, and that'll be good for a Cleveland first down. He got out of bounds, so he stops the clock. On the reception from Dylan Gabriel, stops the clock with 1:55.
Yeah, they got a lot of young guys on the field right now. When you talk about TJ Tampa, you got a Teddy Buchanan sitting in there who's played quite a bit today, but you got Trenton Simpson who's still learning. Getting these guys reps early in the season like this is going to pay off on the backstretch of the season.
Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun. The lefty wants to throw, has time, fires for the end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown as Dylan Sampson comes down with the reception. And the Browns will tack a touchdown on the board.
Yeah, that ball could have had TJ Tampa, if he would have really paid attention and fell off earlier, he had a great opportunity to get an interception.
So a learning opportunity for some of the young defensive backs for the Ravens.
Because they always tell you when they show you a short route in front of you, it's kind of like a fish. They're showing you something, but they're getting something behind you. So your antenna needs to go up and go, oh, that's there? Something's coming 10 yards behind me. If you fall off, you got a great opportunity to make some plays.
Schmidt's extra point attempt is good, so the Ravens lead now 41-17 with 1:50 left to play. Well, next week it's back to prime time for the Ravens as they will host a Monday night game next week against Dan Campbell's Detroit Lions. The Lions putting it to the Bears today in Detroit. Right now with 7 minutes left to play in that game, the Lions lead the Bears 52-21.
Wow.
So the Lions will arrive at 1-1. The Ravens will be 1-1. 1:09 left to play in Cincinnati, and the Jaguars lead the Bengals 27-24, but the Bengals have the ball. It is final in Pittsburgh. The Seahawks beat the Steelers 31-17. So the AFC North going to have 3 teams at 1-1, and the Browns at 0-2. Elsewhere, Rams leading the Titans 33-19 late in the fourth quarter. 49ers in front of the Saints 26-21. Giants lead the Cowboys 30-27. The Giants have come back to take the lead with 1:30 left to play there.
Wow.
The Patriots lead the Dolphins 33-27. That might not bode well for Mike McDaniel in Miami.
And they had a team meeting.
Imagine that. Schmidt's kick will be taken by Tylan Wallace at the 10. He's to the 20. And it'll be stacked up at the 29-yard line. Time for the Ravens to wind out the clock. The Browns have 3 timeouts remaining, but no reason for Kevin Stefanski to prolong the inevitable here.
No, I would think that coach is not going to call the timeouts.
And Cooper Rush is coming in for the Ravens at quarterback. So Cooper Rush gets his first snaps as a Ravens quarterback. Lamar Jackson finishes his day 19 of 29, 4 touchdown passes, and a quarterback rating of 128. Cooper Rush, nothing fancy. He'll take a snap and take a knee. And as expected, Kevin Stefanski will not burn a timeout. Derrick Henry was clearly the focal point of the Browns' defensive game plan for the entire week leading up to today, and he was limited. 11 carries, 24 yards, but that left opportunities for Lamar Jackson, and Lamar took advantage of them. Hitting on 19 of 29 passes, 225 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And the Ravens got 2 touchdowns from DeAndre Hopkins, though he's only credited for 1.
Yeah, the first one was a touchdown.
Replay, for some reason,
Maybe they need glasses. Maybe they need to use my glasses.
I would love if they could have a press conference with replay and with the game's official, just so they could share what they saw. I'm not trying to be even critical here, just so they could share with the viewers and the fans what they saw, because sometimes we just don't see it. And this should be the final snap of the game. And that'll do it. As Cooper Rush takes the snap, takes a knee, the players will take off and greet each other at midfield, and the Ravens improve to 1-1. Our final score this afternoon: Ravens beat the Browns handily, 41-17. The Ravens Game Day Network.
The John Deere Gator XUV lets you cut, pack, drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, spray, and haul, all in a single day. Because with the highest cargo box volume in its class, customizable features, and a towing capacity of up to 4,000 pounds, it gets the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Learn more at your John Deere dealer or visit johndeere.com/Gator XUV. O'Reilly.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Why take a chance? Why risk a mistake? Why say something? We all have reasons why we choose to ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right. The word why can either paralyze us or empower us to stand up and protect what we love. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my family.
I see safe for my friends.
I see say for my students.
We see say for each other.